To the city.
I definitely did a black ass song. I thought you said dun 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 dun. Yeah.
No.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's so funny.
I was excited.
What's the other song like? Oh, what's the Kanye West song?
Oh my god.
Oh, Runaway.
Yeah.
Dun.
That's
And they're
one of those,
always
like-
fine. Yeah, always fine.
You hear like one note, and you're like, oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yep, that's the song. Watch it. Look at you, look at you, look at you.
Did you guys see what was that Seth Rogen like Hanukkah movie the night before?
The,
or
the
something?
night before. I did
they
not watch that
piano?
yet. I want to see it so bad.
Did they do that on the piano in New York?
From that was in the movie Big too.
I didn't see that.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, that was they play on that piano too. That's why I remembered it because I was like, wasn't Tom Hanks on that shit? Now it's for this Hanukkah movie.
Right. Starting this. Shit. Hey, here we are. I'm me, you're you, you're you.
Yes.
This show will looks like it would be probably kill on Brazzers. And welcome. Anyways, back to what we're doing. Night before.
Night before. I have not
This
watched
is what
it
this
yet.
podcast is. And we're just
Just
yeah.
talking about
we're
films.
gonna rock and roll.
I figured a little bit of a beginning formality was. What's your name? This is a.
Go ahead. We'll go.
Rainforest.
That's actually your name.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I thought that was a fucking nickname when I met
No.
you, and I was like, how cool. Now
No.
I thought it was like
My
a black nickname for you. I
No,
thought
my nickname is
Rainforest.
Snow.
Steve.
No, the nickname I got in athletics was Snow Jungle. It's purely just because it's rainforest is different.
Oh, I thought it was like, because you date a lot of white women.
No,
Something like
well,
that.
yeah,
That
I
was
do,
like,
absolutely, absolutely do.
oh, wait, I can't get that on camera. Hi. My name is Dar'jon Bentley.
Dates exclusively white women.
Dates exclusively. No, I can't say that.
There's so much
There's
nicer.
so many people that believe that I do, and I'm like, it's not my fault.
Like who?
Like my black friends, all the girls that like are black friends of mine, they're like, Dar'jon, why do you love white women? I'm like, it's not that I love white women.
Jesus.
I just, I know that was a fucking
that your-
loogie.
is that
Goddamn.
your
I'll
lie
crop
detector?
over here for a second.
Is that your lie detector?
Like, I'll crop it to just our reactions.
I'm
to what
like,
you're
white
saying.
women, it's like, I'm like,
Bleeps.
Instead of his nose getting bigger, it's fucking.
squirting on
Gotta relate to him.
and that's why I like white women.
You're like that
That's
one
why-
dinosaur from fucking Jurassic Park.
They're coming out with another one.
What's this one
I've
called?
lost
It's
track.
called Jurassic Park Rebirth, and Scarlett Johansson's in it,
Okay.
and they make another fucking dinosaur.
Out of Scarlett Johansson or
I fucking-
I wish, but no.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what it is about Scarlett Johansson, but have you seen her? Like, I think
Yeah.
her just her just talking is like way
Yeah.
better than just seeing her. Like, she's attractive, but like her just talking.
Her just speaking
If she's
is
in the
way
new
better
Jurassic
than
Park,
seeing her.
if she's in the new Jurassic Park movie and she's like an AI robot, I don't think I'll be last in the theater.
Well, crazy.
And watch her and tell me you could last in your room.
You watch this very deep movie, and the whole time it's like when Joaquin Phoenix is not talking, you're just like, yeah.
maybe a little
It's
bit when
resisting
Joaquin
the
Phoenix
urge.
is
I watched-
talking. He's got a good voice.
Yeah, Joker. Wow,
Joaquin, my Phoenix.
Joaquin, my Phoenix.
Walking off.
Yeah, I saw the trailer to Jurassic Park Reborn yesterday.
Yeah.
I went to a 4DX theater to go see because I saw the new Final Destination.
Not a bra size. It's a.
No, not a bra size. It's like a roller
How
coaster.
sick would that be, though?
A
I'm
4DX.
4DX.
You just grow tits.
It just sounds like huge. You know, there's like 2D.
And then there's 4D.
I mean, we call them double D, but like
no
just
4DX.
shortening
I'm
it.
gonna start calling.
Get
I'm
some
like, damn, she got
4DXs.
some 4DXs.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, sorry, the trailer.
No, I mean the trailer. Like, you know, have you guys ever been to a 4DX theater?
Wait,
I
is
can
that
watch
like you
movies
can
normally.
feel the
Yes.
chairs move and yeah?
So like, we were watching the trailer, and like when a dinosaur would just like run at you, your seat would just like jump and vibrate, and you're watching everybody else's seat do it.
That actually I the last 4DX movie I was at, it was one of the old Jurassic Park, not old, but the latest Jurassic Park movie. And the thing that I thought that was weird about it was fun, like with the, it'd shake or blow air in your face when whatever would happen.
Yeah.
But all of the movements just didn't match what was happening. So like there would be like a dinosaur chase scene where the chairs would wiggle a little bit. And it was but then there'd be like kind of a quiet scene where they're like looking through papers or something, and someone like throws an envelope on a desk, and then the chair's like,
yeah, dude,
shit.
Are you Greek gods throwing stone? What the
no,
fuck is
dude,
this?
I saw Final Destination 6 last night, and like,
Oh.
if you've seen the trailer, it's not a spoiler, but like they're on that tall ass like building, and the glass breaks, and I swear to God, the glass broke. My chair jolted me, wind blew in my face and in my legs, and it was like they tilted us forward at the same time. I was like, I didn't need to feel that. Like,
Sometimes it almost like throws you out of the seat. Like it's pretty aggressive sometimes.
there was a dude with popcorn next to me,
That's
and
rough.
it was full, big ass thing of popcorn, and literally, there was one point where like our chairs like jump scared us this way, and all his popcorn was like, "Zhoosh," and he was like, "I am so sorry," and I was like, "No, you sharing, bro." I was like, I am chilling right now. No, he was right next to me. I just grabbed it from my lap. It's like, this is convenient. Okay.
Yeah, I guess if you don't want to spend money on snacks, just look for who gets popcorn at the
Go to a
4DX
4DX
movie.
theater. Just like,
You will get someone snacks.
Well, the
You'll get
chances that a
something.
40X theater is like sold out is probably little, right? So you probably just pick and choose your seat. You're like, you've got a lot of food.
nah, yes.
Oh,
That
yes.
pizza looks very separable.
You look like your balance and grip strength isn't good enough to hold on to pizza.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine like you go to one and there's not a lot of people in the theater, and like you set all your stuff in the chair next to you, and you just kind of forget about it for like 20 minutes,
and then it's gone.
You're just like,
God
it's
damn
just a
it.
huge mess.
It's that all over
I had to
again.
like tie my little bag I brought to the seat. Like, the shit just kept flipping. I was
Is that
like,
a Cleveland habit? You go there.
no, because we don't have 40Xs in Ohio. I mean, they're in
The
Ohio.
whole state.
They're in Ohio, but there's like not a 40X near me. And the last one I went to was for Twisters in Florida. And that was like a squirt of water.
Sure.
For a Twisters movie, I was
Chairs
not.
don't even spin.
Well, I don't think you need the theater experience in Florida when you can just relive Final Destination just every day you're outside.
Listen,
Unfortunately, real.
those movies, I'm like, I just started thinking about death so like differently. Like you just leave. I left the movie theater and I was like, "Yep, that could kill me. That could kill me. That could kill me." I got in my car and I was like, "I'm dead." I was like, "I'm dead. I'm dead. A chain of events are about to set off right now to kill me."
It is weird watching movies like that, and then you just think like, oh man, if this little thing went wrong.
Yep. And they actually did such a good job. Sorry, welcome to the Final Destination Bloodlines review. No, but they did such a good job of just like not making it goofy that I actually was like scared.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very curious what they're going to do with the Final Destination because I had like 5 movies that were like all in tandem that like tied in together.
Yeah.
And so me and my friends had talked about it like, oh, this is going to suck. It's going to have nothing to do with the other 5. I'm like, what if it make another 5 movies where they're all in tandem?
I mean,
If
they
we
could.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
no fight, we cannot win. Sorry.
theater kid.
Tandem.
Because we're in tandem.
Sorry.
Is that Wicked?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Sorry. Whatever, dude. Just
No, it's okay. I'm a theater kid too.
yeah, that's what I'm.
The recognition just made me go, oh,
in a bad way.
in a
or-
good way. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
I don't know. It's like half and half.
It seemed kind of like maybe too easy, and that I feel like that could be why it was a little disappointing to you.
It's like, bro,
I know.
you did know that song, didn't you? And all I heard was tandem.
It's like baby steps.
All I heard.
I just in my head, I just went, "If we work in tandem," and I
Yep.
just, Yeah, I don't know. Probably took away from what we were talking about. I don't even remember what it was.
movies.
Oh, dying. We were talking about dying. The real experience
So
of
if we work
dying.
in tandem, we can die.
You and I could die by walking in the wrong part of Idaho.
Literally.
It's so easy.
It's like I do every day.
Boise police are super friendly, but like you kind of go into Garden Theater Meridian. They're like, "What are you doing, boy?"
I think the only thing saving me from a police officer, because I drive like a Clevelander. And if you know what that means that like,
I do not.
we don't know how to fucking drive.
Okay.
Because here, I've been flicked off so many times, and I think the only thing that saves me is the side of my car says Idaho Shakespeare Festival.
Well, we also have a lot of really shitty drivers too. They might be a different kind of shitty than you guys have.
Okay.
But wait, how are they bad in Cleveland?
What do you do?
Like, no turn signals. I kind of grew
Utah.
up.
Yeah.
I kind of grew up with like, if you're going to make it, you're going to make it. You know, like if you can catch it, you don't have to do turn signals.
Sure.
You just do it. Like you learn it for the test. But there's so many times when I drive where I'm like, I can make it. And it's like, I just move.
Right.
I'll fucking I'll put my turn signal on like basically the start of the turn. like
I do that too.
Like that's like at least there's an effort. People who just don't use it, I'm like, okay, your hand's already there. Just send it while you're doing it, right?
Sometimes
Because at
it's
least
too
it's still
much.
there. Sometimes it's too much. What do you mean it's too much? What
All
the
right.
fuck is that?
Max, I have to stick to my guns here, and I want you guys to think I'm cool, but I also need to be myself, and I am a huge blinker snob. I use it
What's
really
going
heavily.
on, Dylan?
So
Don't
I
worry
can't
about
even see what you see.
That's what it was. That's all I was doing.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he not? Well, like I just saw like a tiny baggie of white shit, and I was like, what the fuck, Max? I gotta stick true to myself. Fucking.
I gotta stay true to myself. Here's just so y'all know, that was the pre-show. This is the
Yeah.
actual show.
Yeah, I don't know why I was fidgeting. It was kind of like the if we work in tandem thing. It really had nothing
You
to do with
nervous?
anything.
You're like all the way back.
Yeah.
You're like, I haven't left.
just
If we work in
talking,
tandem
you know.
part.
Nervous? I'm always nervous. Yeah.
It's okay.
I want you guys to think I'm really cool,
I think
but I
you're
also don't
cool.
want to code switch. So
How often do you code
Landon,
switch?
Landon
I
did
work
that
really
great.
hard at never doing that.
Okay.
And so, but it's just recently it's like come up in conversation a lot with other people. So it's like kind of at the front of my mind right now.
Well, how do you code switch?
I don't know. I like to think I don't do it. I haven't been called out
Oh,
for it, but
okay.
I have friends and a co-host who have admitted that they do it a lot.
So, like-
so it's
Are you saying like with
definitely
the
feel like Samson
podcast?
does.
well just
I feel like Samson does.
Well,
Oh,
it's just,
Samson definitely.
yeah.
Samson code switch meeting me.
yeah, exactly. And it's also a term I learned like a few weeks ago. I had just heard of
Code
it.
switching?
Did you learn it on
Yeah.
Friday when you saw Landon do it the entire time?
No, but I had a word to put to what that was now. Aside from
What
actually,
was the word you had to put?
before it was virtue signaling, and then now it's code switching. Like,
Virtue signaling.
We're all learning so
I know.
much.
yeah, but what were we being true to myself? That's why that came up, and I said I don't want to codes. Yeah. What?
Like, what would? Now I'm just curious. What would your code switching be?
I don't know. Maybe like talk about
Turns
rap
hot
music
sideways.
I like. I don't know. Well, because I feel like I'm kind of. It sounds so tacky. I feel like I'm just myself most of the time. Like I don't know what a different me in this. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like am I gonna sag my pants? Like I don't know. Like
Sag your pants is code switching.
I don't find
We're
like I'm
sitting.
not gonna I know, but I'm not gonna talk different. Like I'm not gonna like speak different.
I just like how sag your pants was like. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll just sag a little.
To me, it seems like what you're asking is how are you going to act black?
Yes.
If
That
I'm gonna
is
be
code
that-
switching.
Yes,
How
I wanna
are you going to
know.
act black?
And I
have to do
I
it
like
all
to
the
think
time.
I don't do that.
But you're a theater kid, so I know you've been in those situations before.
I've acted like because it was.
So
in the
how do
script.
you act black?
What's my method?
Yeah, what's your method? How do you
He
get
likes to
into?
watch Tropic Thunder and get the confidence that RDJ had.
Yo, RDJ doing that is goated. I'm sorry.
That was the character.
It was. Listen, I don't agree to blackface at all.
I can.
But-
It's good.
But if it's good,
good.
and I'm not gonna fake, RDJ put in that work to be a black man.
But it was
and
also
he did it great.
Well,
But it was
like he
also
put
that
in
was
work
the
to be-
character.
that
was
was
a
the
white guy in
character.
black.
Yeah.
It was Jared Leto.
Yeah, the
We
character.
let Jared Leto do it.
Yeah.
I
If
don't.
Jared Leto wanted to play a black dude, he could. The only reason he's not is because of our society. If we never got into like making sure people like felt comfortable, he would have played a black man already.
Yeah.
Morbius was kind of close.
Sure.
What? What?
What?
No way, dude. No way. Morbius is white in the comics.
Just the way he acted. The way he acted. after
See, that
he
could
got
be
his
from
powers.
circumstantial situation of being a vampire already, but like,
Vampires are black. You didn't see Sinners?
I know I've not seen Sinners. I don't. Saying that vampires are black has my whole perspective of Twilight changed a lot.
Wait,
Well, they only had the one black vampire in all the series.
I know, but you were saying that vampires are black in general had me being like, well, I don't know, dude.
Edward Collins was pretty black.
No.
Edward Collins.
Oh. How so?
Yeah, how so?
Well,
how do I
my theory-
aspire to be Edward Collins?
How do I aspire to be
I'm not
Edward
code switching, but I am virtue signaling.
No, he's not black, obviously. But I don't know, vampires, they just inherently seem like they would be black. They're way too suave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the cool vampires. Like, you got the traditional, like, Nosferatu, one titty, You know, you got those traditional ones, but it's like vampires in like the cool movies. Like, think about Twilight. Who was the fucking black? Like, he was white. He was part of the family. He was buff. But like, they had him dressed like Eminem the whole fucking time.
Was it? Wait, so not the black vampire?
Not the
in it,
black dude. It was like he was part
He
of
had
the
like
family.
kind of Slim Shady hair.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
He
I think I
dressed
heard.
like a Slim Shady the whole time. And I was like, that's an undercover black dude. He code switches.
I mean, he was.
Code switches for
Eminem
sure.
was really popular, especially around that time. I need to know what what Pokemon looked like in Emerald.
Yeah, man, go for it.
I got you.
I need to see what Pokemon you got. Continue talking. I'll figure this out.
This is his code switching.
No, this is just being
Ooh,
black,
Game
dude.
Boy
Black people
Advance
love
Pokemon
Pokemon.
Emerald.
Black
Don't
people love
appropriate my
Pokemon. What are you
fucking
talking about?
Black people love Pokemon.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I guess
Look
light
at
skin.
this.
I guess light. There's nothing.
No, just
It's
a
a new
debate.
game.
Black people do not love Pokemon.
Light skin.
Wait.
I think light skins
I'm
just
not
love
racist,
anything
man.
anime.
I just want to like. It's that like. I
This
like
is
to.
the, no. This is the downward spiral
Yeah.
that every white person takes when they bring up a certain black topic, and I love it.
Here's the
'Cause
thing.
it's
I'll
like,
code switch with like lesbians.
yeah,
And
duh.
like,
Who doesn't?
that's a good point.
But it's like white people, I love it because they always like they bring up like I don't do this, and then all of a sudden it's like
Here's
a
7 times.
racist,
what
right,
I've-
for bringing that up. You know?
Well, I also feel like over the last 17-ish, not 7, let's say 12 minutes,
12.
I felt like there was some heat being thrown at me.
No, I think the heat was towards yourself. I think you're like,
Well, yeah, I just said that.
oh shit, we're gonna stop drinking these. I'm from Cleveland. The altitude here is killing me right now.
We're just joshing.
We're just,
We're all best friends. We're going to shower after this, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Make sure showering with the dudes is fine. Showering with the dudes easy. I wrestled in college. Like, what do you?
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah, I
that.
did football. I was on varsity
Yeah.
all 4 years of high school for
Oh,
wrestling
yeah.
and football. Are you
You got
kidding
that
me?
one. You got that one.
Easy
Showering with other
enough.
dudes when you're wrestling seems like kind of the least, like, fruity thing you could do. when you're-
Listen, all sports.
I
in
don't
high
know,
school,
dude. Fucking athletics and fucking schools for college and high school, they're all fucking fruity.
They're very
Speaking.
like, and it's nothing against that, but there was like, and was it always like the straightest dude of the bunch that was
Mm-hmm.
like doing the gayest shit?
It was the strongest. It was definitely like the most like in shape dude.
Been there.
But it's crazy. Like, I remember in the locker room, the guy, like, this dude was getting laid left and right. He was the popular guy in our school. And I remember after rehearsal, our coach was like, all right, everybody, we're done. Go to the locker rooms. We're all good. And he ran. Like, he like sprinted to the locker room. And we finally walked in there. And he was just standing there butt ass naked. Like, look at it, boys. And I was like, what was the point of this? Like, what was your moral compass with this thing?
Maybe this is,
It's established dominance. You know, in prison when you're like, you gotta like beat up the biggest dude. It's like, okay, I've got to fuck the biggest high schooler. Right?
This was inside Rachel, the girl we all have a crush on. So. Also, Rain, how's the game?
It's going great. There's nothing on it. What do I? Oh, I have to look at the clock. What's going on?
Pokemon Emerald?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's fucking great.
Sponsored by black people.
It's sponsored by black people, dude.
That's you said, hey.
Virtue Sick.
You got to put like the Wakanda background for this one.
Have you seen his podcast where you said
I watched a couple clips. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Just put like
I don't really.
I think
put the Black Panther poster.
I will for like this bit or whatever, but like I feel like for the whole thing there might be. Do you have any
just
like
put
anything
the entire
you want behind
fucking
us?
movie
Like,
on there.
just,
What you say?
Just put the entire Black Panther movie going on.
where are we at right
No
now?
sound. Just the whole movie. Just
Is there any- if there's no copyright rules about that,
I think at this point you would see Michael B. Jordan stealing from the fucking museum.
yeah.
I think
Are
about
we
20
around
minutes
there?
in.
What are we
yeah.
like 20 minutes in?
Yeah, I think that's about
Technically,
when.
yeah, about yeah.
Oh,
unless
and
I
you
had
talk
to
about
edit
Rival.
out a bunch of shit. Now we won't. It's cool. I need to show my.
White Panther.
Just put him and Ice's faces on anytime you see Michael B. Jordan or fucking Chadwick
Yeah, well,
Boseman.
yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, but you gotta be Chadwick.
Can I get in on that,
Yeah, go
fellas?
ahead, put yourself in the middle. You can do what we did on the funny. I like how he actually is doing it.
Yeah.
Now we look like Power Rangers.
A little.
It looks like you joined like the Power Rangers team of like the all black team, and they need that one white guy. Because the
gang.
Power Rangers only had one black person most
Oh
of the
yeah,
time.
and they were always in the fucking black one.
So you just do like a hood. You
Was
just
it
flip
that
it.
like did they? Was
Yeah.
the black Power Ranger had the black costume?
Yeah, you always had the
Yeah.
black Power Ranger, the black costume, and you always had the Asian and the yellow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
look it up.
Okay,
I
it might've-
believe you. I just
It might
didn't
have
watch.
changed though. It might have changed, but I do remember like those first Power Rangers. It was like Black Ranger go. Like Key and Peele have a whole sketch about it where he's the Green Falcon, and they're like Black Falcon. Go ahead and make your position. He's like, we don't have a Black Falcon. They're like,
Sorry, Falcon.
they're just like Black Falcon. Stop playing. We got to save the world.
You
He's
can
like,
just
I'm
call
the
me
Green Falcon. I'm Green Falcon. Y'all, they're like Black Falcon.
Oh, this is the Key and Peele. I
Key and Peele
I
sketch.
forgot about that. Yeah, I've also had some teas. Do you guys feel the same when you drink like a good amount of these one night? The next
No.
day you feel like a car engine with syrup poured over it.
See,
No,
I
I
have to understand,
don't.
I feel
I'm
like these make my
drinking-
insides sticky.
I'm drinking an Annihilator right now.
The fuck is that?
Is
Dutch Bros
Dutch
flavors
Bros-
have been crazy, dude.
What?
Like Dutch Bros flavors and like weed flavors are almost in tandem.
Dude, it's like there's like 15
Thunderfuck.
different. There's like so
Thunderfuck.
much caffeine in
Weef in a
this.
cup, sprinkle,
Weef
Red Bull
in a
fuck,
cup.
blended. I mean,
They just served that at Torch
Blended queef in a cup. It's crazy.
with sprinkles.
with sprinkles if you want them.
It'd be from sprinkles. It'd be from.
With sprinkles from sprinkles.
Some sprinkles.
Grody. Oh, I did have one question I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So, the cast that you're doing the Shakespeare shows with.
Yeah.
Did you just meet them all when you came out here?
No, so Great Lakes Theater in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We did the two shows we're bringing here, which is 12th Night and Peter and the Starcatcher. We did those both in Cleveland. So the start of this year, it was like we did Peter and Starcatcher, and then right after that, we were in rehearsals for 12th Night. We did that. So like from January till April, we did those two shows. So rehearsals 1 month, the show the next month.
Don't worry, I'm stocking a tower.
Oh, you're stacking them.
Oh,
I was
okay,
like,
yeah.
you're gonna
Sorry.
grab an empty drink.
My goal is to make. My goal is we finish enough that we can make a pyramid.
Let's go.
Well, if we can finish the 12. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Then we could go up get the empties from upstairs too.
So true.
We
I
really
could be
need
right
that.
We're
back,
not gonna
dude.
cheat. What are you talking about?
we already drank.
I
It
mean,
was
we
not
already drank
cheating.
them. They're just a little crunched. We gotta.
Oh, we got.
Oh, mine's not crunched. I think I definitely.
We weren't even looking at each other. That was sick.
I was like, here we go. But yeah, I've known them for a couple months now,
Okay.
and then we bring the shows here. But some shows will be starting. So when we leave in June, 2 shows. One's called Noises Off. They did their show. They just closed today in Cleveland. But Sunday in the Park with George,
Nice.
they'll be having rehearsals here. I think. Or they already started rehearsals.
That's sick.
But they'll be here, and then they'll be for the first time performing it here, and then they go to Cleveland afterwards.
Holy shit, that's awesome. I'm so happy.
Okay, so that was what?
I have a female Torchic, so I can breed this fucking Pokemon, dude. Like having so.
Wait, what? Are you gonna fuck the Pokemon?
No. So for starter Pokemon, it's really rare to get a female, just because if you get a female, that means that's what's produced when you breed them with a Ditto. So I could
of course.
technically breed this Torchic for perfect IVs.
With a Ditto? Is there a Diddy Pokemon?
No. So Ditto, do you know that Pokemon at all?
No.
Okay, so Ditto's is Pokemon that will transform into any Pokemon.
It's Ditto.
Like, so you can put him in like the daycare, but that's where you breed Pokemon, right?
Wait. Why did he have the stupidest but greatest joke? Did you not hear him?
No, I was so nerding out,
He literally
dude.
said something about Pokemon, and he said, same. And then as you're talking, he was like, which also means ditto.
I
I
didn't
just
say
want to
it.
acknowledge
Yeah.
you were so proud of that, and I'm proud of you for it.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks.
So the Diddy Pokemon.
Yeah, the Diddy Pokemon, essentially, when you put him in the daycare, if your Pokemon...
Don't put him in the daycare. Get him out of the daycare.
That's what Dittos are made for, it's the daycare. You breed for perfect IVs. So essentially, if your Pokemon's up...
What does
if you're,
that mean?
Essentially stats. You're breeding for perfect stats for competitive play. So if you have a female Pokemon... It will always be the female Pokemon for the egg. So the fact that you have a female starter is like really rare to get.
You're so excited.
Well, yeah, dude.
Imagine if this and with real animals. This is insane.
Yeah, literally. Thank God it's an imaginary world.
For now.
Good thing these are some made up. Okay, Michael.
You saw? Well, no. Did you see? Did you see scientists? They're like, yeah, we brought back the fucking not even like there's like extinct animals, and they're bringing back some of the scarier ones. I'm like, what do you guys?
That wolf or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, why are you guys bringing back like the scary ones? Why can't we bring back the cool ones?
You know, I was just
dodo
watching.
bird,
Have you guys ever seen The Mist?
Yes.
A long time ago.
But like, I was just watching that, and I was like, damn, like, it really is these scientists that be fucking up.
Yeah, dude.
Because the movie happens because the military hire scientists to open a portal. And that portal brought in the mist.
So many, huge, irreversible whoopsie daisies.
Like,
these guys.
But, like, why?
For this movie plot, probably.
I mean, for the movie, but I'm like, there's people who actually are, like, out there studying quantum physics, and Marvel's out here like superheroes.
Well, it's also...
That's how we do that.
So the scientists in that, let's go back to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That whole thing's because the dude fucked up with the mosquito or whatever, and now this all happens. It shows these scientists, they fuck up so astronomically.
Yeah.
Yet the whole time they're still employed. You know the shit I've
Back
seen
for the sequel.
You know what I've seen people get fired for at my job? Shit, the most petty shit. There was a kid I knew who he drove a car out of a garage, and the garage was kind of closing, and he hit it a little bit and dented it, and just didn't tell anyone for 2 days. They fired him for it.
But scientists are out here opening other worlds.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they're like, my bad, bro. And they're like, you know what? It's science, babe.
You need a raise?
You need a raise. You want to do this
Those
some
are the
more?
people they give raises to, too.
Uh-huh.
Literally. Like,
you need to get a new house and get out of here.
They're like, honestly, just go live your life, bro. It's okay that you brought a deadly species here. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just keep breeding it and making sure that it roams the earth.
Look, we all make mistakes.
Well, there's also the opposite end of the spectrum where you've seen Don't Look Up, and the scientists are absolutely right, and they're like, we'll ignore this, and then it's too late.
Don't Look Up. Is that the Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah. That was a weird one. I watched that on a plane.
I like that. Seems like a movie I would not watch on the plane.
You know,
Sully.
I also watched Final Destination 1 on a plane.
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
I'm a horror bitch, okay? I was like, let's go.
You like putting yourself into mental states.
See? Well, fuck. He had the 4D
You
experience.
like emotions.
He had the 4D experience in the theater, and he's like, I want it.
Oh, listen, when I tell you,
Ramp
yesterday,
it
this
up.
couple that was next to me were like damn near like crying. And she was like, you fucking like this shit?
Were you guys watching the same movie?
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
I've never once cried watching a Final Destination movie. I've laughed the entire time.
well, I cried.
I think that's the closest
I
way.
did cry yesterday
For
because
what?
Tony Todd, man, Candyman. He's like, he made those movies. And I think it's his last movie before he died.
Oh, really?
And his lines were like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but I mean, you can kind of guess. But he was like, cherish your life, everybody, because you don't know how much you got left. And he like looked sick and stuff. And I was like, and I bawled. Listen, I was a little bitch. I
You
ain't
have
no
an
fake.
emotional investment.
I
with
was
the
sitting that chair
movie.
like rocking
That was like a
and shit.
Pennywise laugh. What the fuck?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not acting right now. I'm not getting paid to act right now.
but you can show real emotion.
No,
Dude, that's not
I did it
acting then.
yesterday.
I mean, as someone who cried during all 3 of the Free Willy movies,
There's 3 of them.
yeah. But it's like, you know how Home Alone also has 3, and the first 2 are like with Macaulay Culkin, and there's a third with just
no. There's 5.
exactly. I don't know.
There's 5 of them.
There could be 5 Free Willies, but the first 2 are the ones with the cast that you like, and then the third one is just like, who's this kid who also has a whale?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they do that with all those type of movies. It's
Yeah.
like the first 2 are like, oh yeah, the cast is back. We love this. Then like the third one's like, have you met his cousin? She's
Yeah.
also gonna go through this.
Yeah, it's just like, you're so lucky Michael Jackson did some songs in your soundtrack.
Well, like the second one probably blew the budget up because it fucking had like Macaulay Culkin and like growing, and then had
Yeah.
Trump in it, and Trump like
True.
no
He was in New York. That's,
And Joe Pesci.
yeah. For
I
2
forgot,
movies.
I forgot the other guy's name. He's also very popular.
Yeah,
But I think Joe Pesci is
I feel like Joe Pesci, isn't it?
so-
Joe Pesci.
I feel like Joe Pesci probably wasn't that expensive, honestly. I feel like he didn't like charge too much. He just liked having the opportunity
probably
to be
for
in
that
stuff.
sequel too. He's probably like, we made good money the first time. I don't have to like force myself to like make y'all go bankrupt to keep me in this movie. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh fuck! There was a second part to that question.
Oh
about
shit!
So you kind of know a good amount of the people there. You have like a relation. So, from my experience in theater,
Oh.
I know that theater nerds are horny. So, is there any? I'm not. The question isn't going to be that. It's not that.
Oh yeah, you
He's like,
definitely.
so who have you slept
no.
with
The
in
question-
your cast?
The question is there any like cool drama going on in your cast right now where it's like, I don't know, this
Cool
person
dra-
hates this person, but this is going on, this person's sleeping with that person. blah, 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 like,
No, I would say, and this is not me just trying to be like, I'm getting paid by them to, you know, make sure I keep a.
you have an NDA.
oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Well,
there's-
this is gonna be posted for like a month. It takes them a
yeah,
while.
no, I mean, like, I will say that, like, this is a very mature cast. Half the cast has been with Great Lakes and Idaho Shakespeare for years, and actually, everyone's like kind of booed up
Cool.
in the cast already. So
it's
it's
just
really just
professional.
me being single.
So then the next question is swinging, right? Like
Oh,
they're
that's
all
big
booed
here.
up
Now
and
that's-
definitely fucking swinging,
No,
right?
wait, hold on. You said swinging's big here?
Kinda.
Yeah, if you know where to look, yeah.
Where do you look?
Hidden Springs.
It's so true.
Hidden Springs at a place? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a. Yeah, look it up. It's
Yeah,
literally
look it
people call it like hidden swings. It's like known for that. Who cares? Yeah, look it up. We had like some family friends that like they ended up getting divorced because like they were swingers, and then the thing that a lot of people would think happened is,
Yeah.
is mommy fell in love with someone else. And
Well, you know what's funny? I searched up Hidden Springs, and the first thing that pops up is Hidden Springs Dental. And I'm like, it's that where it's at? Like, how crazy
Oh,
would
it's
that
like
be?
a.
Well, there is a surprising amount of massage. There is a surprising amount of massage parlors that are just fucking.
Go on that life,
Wait,
dude.
I fucking text you.
Watch the
And you don't
episode
say
we did
shit.
with Chris.
You don't
That's
say
not
shit.
true. You text me with a question and I answer your question.
You do answer, but it's always
Pull
like,
up the records.
I don't know.
You don't
bro.
exactly like if you're be more specific. Like, oh, what can I do to get my life changed in Idaho? Like you.
Okay, what can I do to get my life changed?
Go for
Idaho?
a walk in Caldwell. do you want your life to change like for the better or worse?
Yeah,
Right.
your
I
life
would-
will change.
I would like to live longer than this contract.
You can change your life by probably getting
well, like fortunately,
in the nicest way possible.
leaving. I
I
mean, it is a red state.
well, like fortunately about
you're
Boise,
in
you
the
have
safe
like less
place
chances of getting
for
killed.
now, but
Like you have more chances of getting killed if you're autistic than you do if you're being black. Honestly,
yeah, it's true.
we actually did have recently have like a special needs person get fucking shot for no reason
What the
recently,
fuck?
and I've not seen any like black person just get shot. We do get arrested and wrongfully questioned a lot, but like
Have you been
not
arrested?
shot. No, of course not. I teach at a school.
Well, I mean, hey,
That'd be on my record.
nowadays they don't give a shit. You know, I'm a teacher too.
That desperate for teachers, honestly.
You said go on what Fox? Flux?
Oh, FetLife. That's the. It's just it's like social media for sexual deviance.
Like, listen, this is all research, everybody.
It's literally
How you
like
spell that?
FETLIFE. It's
Like the beginning part of fentanyl.
yeah, it's literally like
Instead of-
Facebook for slinging dick. Like, it's like you go on there like, hey, I'm looking for, and there's like people post like their like sex parties and stuff, and it's kind
I
of
heard
like
something. Okay, I did hear something
FetLife
called.
is like nationwide. It's like a
Okay,
big thing.
I heard of something called the warehouse here.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
What is that?
The warehouse
It's like
is
a
literally
food
a food
hall,
court right next to Solid and Liquid.
No, but there's something called like the warehouse.
Oh, that okay. So that's in Nampa. My roommate talked about that a lot. I should not
What is
fuck with
this?
these. My
Nampa.
my roommate will like had talked to me one day, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to like this warehouse thing where it's like basically this like massive like kink party," and I was like, "Yeah, have fun, dude."
What's a cake party?
Like ass.
Well, there's like different sections, I guess. Like you can just have like options to be like
Ditto.
discomfortable. Ditto, yeah.
Have a ditto.
You got people changing up like what'd you say? Virtual switching?
Yeah, what was it?
Virtue signal?
Yeah, virtue
Virtue
signaling. Yeah. People virtue signaling over there, being like, "Yeah, no, I'm like this fucking 6 foot, like gorgeous god," even though they're like probably the ugliest piece of person ever.
I mean, that's just lying, I think.
That's
Like,
catfishing.
When I say,
So is virtue switching.
yeah,
I guess so.
when I
And
say
so is code switching. It all comes back.
Like if you walked over and like, "What up, dog?" Like, no shot.
Well, yeah,
That's not
What up,
you. That's
gangsta?
lying.
I think the reason I I think that code switching and virtue signaling are different things, but I think the reason I make the compare is because they both kind of have like a ooh, look at me quality to them.
Okay.
If you're like doing both, it's like I'm not like look at me, I'm being
Yeah.
the way I should or what, and it just when you're the outside looking in. Don't do an Evan Hansen reference.
Waving through a window.
I mean, this guy.
This guy.
Tap, tap,
We're working in
tapping on the
tandem
glass.
What were we talking about?
Theater.
Virtue signaling. I don't know. I feel like they both kind of have like a look at me, pick me quality to them that I think that when from the outside looking comes off as unattractive.
Yeah.
And very like just unauthentic and not genuine. And I think people can tell.
Yeah, I mean,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
But then I've recently learned the little difference. Like code switching is when you just turn into a person, whether you're trying to you just
Yeah.
want this person versus
It's
it
the
seems more of a
stereotype.
broad.
It's the stereotype. You know?
Okay, to be fair, I do see that a lot. Like with me teaching special needs, like I have this one kid who like will watch a movie and like that is his life now. Like he like
Okay,
like
can I confess something though?
What?
I'm kind of the same way.
No, I don't.
But
think
like,
you
it's
are.
not like I'm gonna watch.
think you are. I don't think
but
you
no,
are.
no. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna watch like In the Heights and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, I'm not gonna do that. But it's like I will like. See, look at him. But
I
like,
loved In the Heights.
I loved the Heights. It was great. But I'm like, I am someone who like consumes that whole like atmosphere, culture.
You have that like realistic part in your head where it's like, I love this like culture, but also I know how it comes. Like, I don't want to, you know, it's a lot.
Like the most I'll do is that like I'll like aggressively play his like I aggressively played Hispanic music after that. Didn't know what the fuck they were saying. But it was like, but I would be sitting in my car like, it's just jamming to it. And it's like, that's the farthest I will go. But like when I was younger, I would like be these people. And luckily my family was like, bro, go just act so you can be somebody else.
So you can be like, somebody.
It was every movie.
We don't like how you are. Go act like somebody else.
I used to love Ben Grimm from Fantastic Four. So I used to talk like him. No, literally,
Yeah,
I was a kid.
But that's the thing is, like, it seems like you grew out of that, and like
I grew out of it.
Like, because it's one thing to, I feel like, well, yeah, because you recognize how that comes across to other people. And like, it's like when there are people that like they are whatever the last movie they saw is like, and when you say like I'm the same, like I think of it like Rent or like Tick Tick, like those movies that like I feel like there are things there are parts about those that I feel like since like those are some of my favorite movies and like, there are parts of that like I value is for just like how people should be or whatever, but like but it's not like that's my identity sort of thing.
Like, you can't see Tick Tick Boom and be like the next day, I'm dying from AIDS.
I'm dying from AIDS.
How stupid would that be, though?
He just watches Tick Tick Boom. He looks at Samson. This is the life. Boom, 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 boom. That's why we're here, so we can be the fucking deep voice black dude.
or like him earlier. I feel like in his head he was like, I feel sad that you feel sad about me feeling sad.
You guys are wrong. You're wrong.
You do it. You guys. He can't resist the urge.
God damn it!
I was afraid that you'd be afraid.
Let it out.
See now,
you can do the Vanessa Hudgens part, and we'll do the Andrew Garfield.
No, here's the thing: is you're putting me in a weird spot where I'm gonna seem like such a dick if I say I know Tick Tick Boom from like the Raul Esparza album.
Oh, wow. So he's like a mega fan.
Yeah, I've been into it for a while.
Have you ever done the show?
I was going to. There's one theater company here that did it kind of recently.
Okay.
But it's one of those like pay to play kind of theater.
Pay to play? What do you mean?
So there's this one company.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, I mean, but but not really, because most theaters don't
because it's illegal.
Charge you. Yeah,
it's illegal, but they go through like it's like a legal loophole that they have where I think they market it as like a class sort of thing, but it's like. All the Jonathan Larson character,
right?
That's who I would want to audition for.
Of course.
Like every lead role in this company, it's like kind of the family owns it sort of thing, and so a very incestual casting.
Okay.
So, but no matter what, you're paying for your role.
Yeah.
Because they market it as a class, but there's no chance you're going to get a lead part, even if you just blow it out of the water. You're better than the dude who's
you could
be
the best of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just because this dude wants to do it. That's why they're doing this show.
Yeah.
And
most theater companies have that without having to pay,
Exactly. And it gets even better. Not only do you have to pay,
there's more.
Not only do you have to pay for your part, but also on weekends you get to come in and you have to help build the set, and you have to help.
They don't have fucking unpaid interns or extras to do that.
No,
they don't have aspiring nerds to want to be like, hey.
So I didn't audition for it.
So here's my question for you then: do you still currently audition for?
I haven't done like a play or a musical in like 2-ish years. Like stand up kind of started going better for me. But it's been like 2-ish years since I've done a.
I was about to say the Idaho Shakespeare Festival is here.
Yeah.
Do they ever like audition out here for it, or
they do? There's a few I think local people that are doing a few things here and there. I knew one person who did like Little Shop when they did it at the Shakespeare Festival a few years ago.
Do you just not? Is it something where you're just like, eh?
Well, it's like because I know I'm not like a classically trained singer or anything.
Course.
Like,
me neither.
Yeah, I just dig it, and so I go to auditions all the time. And but it's mostly just I want an excuse to sing in front of people, sort of thing. And
come to karaoke with me, dude.
I'm down. I go to karaoke a lot. It's a lot of.
No, on Monday, dude. Granny's on.
Oh, that's true. I don't. I
got
to.
You Granny's
on the
fucking
weekend,
awesome. Granny's on Monday.
Oh wait, we went right.
You didn't go, actually. I went and hung out with fucking Tariq and Derek and Tasha, and you went somewhere else. So
Wait.
you weren't there. You didn't meet up. Oh, you were there for like a second.
Yeah, I was about to say I showed
Actually,
up.
I lied. I
Yeah,
lied.
I was like, I showed
I'm making
up.
you sound like an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I am. You didn't have to, like,
But you didn't like stay for our songs,
I
dude.
didn't listen. I was.
You didn't. You
it was
showed
like,
up just. You showed up like for the photo, but didn't really stay for the experience.
I went to prom just to say I went, and then I left.
Clout chaser.
Well, no, here's the thing. Like, when I do comedy and I do a good job, Cleveland has trained me so hard to not keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't ruin your night.
don't ruin your high.
Yeah.
And I would hate, and it happens all the time in Cleveland where, like, because you'll do, like, let's say there's 3 mics one night, and you'll be like, oh, I did good. I did all right the first mic. The second mic, I'm killing it. That third mic, you're like,
Yeah. Oh, dude,
nope. So I just trained myself
Yeah.
to be like, and it's about that time that I feel good enough to go home and go to bed with this feeling and stay like that.
Dude, I did that. I did my first hour like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, congratulations.
You have enough material for an hour?
Huh?
You have enough material for an hour?
I had like an hour 10. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I do
Damn.
not. If I was like talking to the crowd, I could probably pull something out my ass like
How
that,
much
but
was
like
it
no
was
way.
like crowd work versus like material?
There was a good well, I made sure to like stretch my I definitely overrode it. Like I had enough I have enough material for an hour for sure, but I definitely did like I would say 5 to 15 minutes total
Okay.
of like there weren't a ton of it was a free show. So
Yeah.
like, I did have to talk
Oh, was it the Monday one at fucking Maddie's?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
but like it was I had like an hour idea that I've wanted to work out, and this was a chance to do that.
I mean, that's awesome.
And but it was like I was as soon as I got it, like I was super pumped that I did it or whatever. But then right after I went to the voodoo mic and tried like some new stuff, and I was like, why the fuck did you do that? Like,
You were
Wait,
killing
do you
it
have
with
a
the
good-
hour.
Do you have a good show at Maddie's?
it wasn't bad. No,
Oh.
there were some jokes. Like there's obviously some things.
I've
I
gone to
could've-
Maddie's and there's been like at most 10 people.
Yeah, it was kind of like I didn't. It wasn't bad by any means. There weren't a ton of people, and there were some jokes that could have gone better. But I'm like pumped on how it went. But I think because I was just like, fine, let's keep it going, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I went to Voodoo and tried like just some newer whatever, and I was like, fuck, why did I should just.
I had like the opposite experience. I did like a 15-minute set at Maddie's, and then I was like, okay, whatever. And then went to Voodoo and fucking did a new joke and fucking killed while transitioning it into like some of the old some of the material I already have. And I was like, wow, I wish I could just pay these guys to come to Maddie's.
Man, I mean, that crowd Monday was lit. Like, I don't know if that's your normal crowds there.
The Voodoo one's it's been pretty consistently solid.
Okay,
Like,
cool. It's like out of all the mics I've been to, I didn't go to the one Wednesday. But I've been to I think almost every single one. Yeah. And the Voodoo was so like I love the vibes. I think it's so much like a stand-up.
It is a cool venue.
It's a cool venue, and it invites people to like actually listen to stand-up. Where like the one I went to, and they were all great mics, but like the one I went to Tuesday, I forgot which one it
Liquid?
was. Yeah, Liquid. I was like,
Well,
this
no
is-
one knows about it.
well, I was like, this
so
is
hard to
dope, and it was
find.
like it was a decent audience, but the atmosphere was like show. Like I feel like I should be going up there being like, you make me want to shout, put my hands up and shout.
It's a
Like,
karaoke
I was
one?
like, I don't like it. People are here for comedy, but I feel like I should be like jiving up here. You know?
Wedding
Like,
crashers.
yeah, like wedding crashers. Like I was like, what is happening right now? And it was a cool mic,
Yeah.
but I was just like.
It's a
Oh,
cool
shit.
venue for sure.
But Cleveland has like a lot of weird venues. Like one's in the basement. Oh, thank you. One's in the basement, like a bowling alley,
That's cool.
which is like it's cool because it's like a lot of them are at bars, but they have like something distinctive about it. You know, like one was like a cop bar, so like you're just doing this set in front of like all these random fishing poles and stuff, and I'm like, for a cop
Wait.
bar,
A cop bar
a cop bar.
with fishing.
Yeah, like it was just like stuff they stuck on the walls.
We have a cop bar here. It's just like not really gone to. It's Canine.
Canine.
I was
Canine?
just,
I love that. That is actually a great name.
does the fishing do the fishing pole thing? Does that have anything to do? It's just a cop bar with fishing.
I thought it was just like
decorations.
this is what cops do when they're on vacation or like when they're not working.
When they're not
Fish?
pulling over black people, they
Yeah,
fish.
when they're not pulling over black people.
They'd go to evict other people, other things. Other
When
creatures
they-
are black.
What's going on down there?
Hey, what's going on?
Is that a black fish? Is that
I don't like
Your
that.
leg's too big.
Freeze!
Freeze.
Freeze!
I got you.
I don't
boy.
like that I can't see the most southern part of this lake.
Man! Looking at the fish like, who'd you vote for?
Did you see that fucking Biden got diagnosed
Yes!
with colon cancer today?
Biden got diagnosed with colon cancer today. Or prostate. Is that the same thing?
Same thing. Maybe prostate cancer, whatever. It's still cancer. I think if we just had Biden run again, we could have had Kamala have a chance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think they pulled it out too quick because they definitely knew about fucking Biden's cancer. There's no way he
Yeah.
just recently got cancer.
It's the prostate and prostate.
Honestly, they probably wanted to announce it earlier. Biden just forgot he had it. He probably got the diagnosis, forgot to say
Listen,
something
as
about
a
it.
theater
I must have
major-
shit in my
Say anything.
pants for no
As a theater major, I'm gonna say this right now. One of the hardest jobs I think there is to do in this world is to be an understudy.
It's hard.
It's hard, and I'm gonna say this right now.
Kamala did a great
Kamala
job.
Harris was a great fucking understudy.
Kamala did a great
Kamala
job.
Harris was such a good understudy that next season they tried to offer her the lead. Okay,
I think she kind of fucked up a little bit. I was watching some of her things,
She
dude.
was a little flat. She cracked
Like,
a little bit.
I had watched one of
Oreo
fucking.
sucked. It just didn't have the steps.
She had an ad campaign of talking about how prices had gone up and shit, right? It's like, oh yeah, prices have gone up, all this. But like the prices that she had mentioned were like the year dates of when Biden was in presidency and the vice president was in charge of like the food grocery store prices and stuff. So she had made this campaign about like, okay, all this happened post Trump presidency during ours campaign, but trying to make it look like this is why you should vote for us because we could fix these. Trump just took her thing and then reposted it and was like, yeah.
see, and here's
Because
the
it looked
thing.
so pro-Trump that like the Democratic Party posted it. I'm like, whoever was like the PR guy for this
It's
fucked
crazy
up.
that you're like dropping all this knowledge and also
playing
like just,
Pokemon.
like you're mid battle right now.
Like
I see
literally,
it. Like,
he's like, hold dildo.
like yeah,
Hold, I need to do this real
Kamala
quick.
Harris voting for the Democrat Party.
Well, here's the thing. I
get
think that I actually really liked her campaign. I just think that what ended up happening, I think she actually did have a lot more votes than what she got. I just think that when she started having concerts and it really targeted black people, I think that's where the white people who were on the fence were like, well, she's not for us because I don't even know who the fuck Megan Thee Stallion is. And it's like a tactic wise, I get that she wanted more black people to vote. Because that is kind of the thing. Like, black people don't
vote.
really vote.
We're busy. We're trying to survive.
We're busy.
For sure.
We're always busy on the day of voting.
Yeah.
But like,
Weird, right?
no,
Why do you think we're late?
Don't you fucking Wakanda forever that shit.
Okay.
But it's like,
I'm sorry. I saw most of Wakanda beating Thanos. I bet they couldn't vote that day.
yeah, we're fucking busy. We're fighting aliens.
We're doing important shit.
Mass. But no, I'm like, when you start doing concerts, and like, it would have been different if it was like Megan Thee Stallion and like Bob Dylan, like two,
Back
like,
to back.
or like Post Malone,
Jelly roll. They need jelly
or Jelly Roll,
They need
Jelly Roll, and
Jelly
Megan
roll
Thee
get the people
Stallion.
going.
Yeah.
If you bring
He's
out
for- he's
Jelly
for the
Roll,
people.
you show the white people that like, we hear you in your country and all, we want you, and then you bring out Megan, it gives white people excuses to be like, oh, who's this chick?
Well, they also brought Megan Thee Stallion at a really bad time because She-Hulk didn't do well, and they brought Megan Thee Stallion on there too, just do twerking, right? And they
That was
probably
the best episode.
They probably recognized her and like, what the fuck happened? Why is She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion?
Listen, I'm all for that. I think
As a feminist, yeah.
I think the problem is with She-Hulk the show
Is that she didn't fuck Charlie Cox enough.
well, I mean, listen, no, I think the problem is that we expected this overly sexualized character, which in the comic books, let's be honest, earlier she was like, the comic would start with her like getting out of bed with another superhero.
Well, yeah, she had like in the comics, she had slept with Tony Stark. She had fucked her cousin.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah, no, not on the show. But
No, I'm saying, but like the Hulk.
Yeah,
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, in the comics, she fucks her cousin because like, well, it's in the
Megan Thee Stallion. What are we? What?
It's in the old man.
Okay.
It's in the old man Logan storyline where like there's a bunch of fucking Hulks produced because of She-Hulk and Hulk fucking after like everyone just got fucked over.
Wow.
What a grip!
Holy shit!
That
What
you're
a grip.
amazed.
Well, I
He
haven't.
lives for the grip, dude.
You're like, wow.
I was thinking. Look, I don't know anything about Marvel. Anything really?
I know
like,
too much, dude.
I
I
have
know
like
way too much.
I
I know
have-
too much about their movies. I don't know a lot about their comics.
I have such a strong athletic background for how nerdy I am. So my friends are like, "Yeah, no, you're impossible to fucking bully because you'd beat the shit out of me." I'm like, "Yeah,
buff nerd.
what?
I'm that black guy.
I'm the nerd who gives bully swirlies, dude."
No, I mean, she.
What'd you say about Star Trek, bitch?
What'd you say?
It's not even Star Trek, it's Star Wars, dude. It's
Damn,
like
he corrected you. You
Fuck
Peter
Star
nerd,
Trek, dude. My parents ruined Star Trek for me.
Nerd. We gotta figure out what I'm a nerd about.
I mean, I think you're
You're a
definitely a little
theater
theater nerd in you.
I mean,
but we
I
gotta
don't
find
know.
the.
Listen. What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so seeing Megan Thee Stallion, but also as a segue to move synchronize as a way to move away
Blacks.
from political whatever. Did you say blacks or facts?
I said blacks, but it also you heard both. They both equal
No,
the
I
same
heard
thing.
blacks, but I think I'm closer to you, so.
I think I'm closer to you.
You're playing Pokemon right now, but
I'm actually way farther away from you guys than I'm in a different world, Pokemon universe. Right?
yeah, you subseed.
You're here, but you're not like really here.
Not you broke the multiverse.
In a roundabout. Did you see?
Nerd.
Did you watch Dix the musical?
Yes.
No.
Yeah?
I heard about it.
I don't like musicals, but like after watching Tick Tick Boom, I started giving others a try, and I was like, Dix is a funny name.
What's
so I
one
watched
that you? What's one that you fucking hate? Before, like, what's the one that you're? Because you said you're not into them.
Dix has Megan Thee Stallion.
Fucking High School Musical for sure.
I don't count those as musicals. I'm
Okay,
sorry. Like, I meant like
kinda-
like Hamilton is a musical.
Well,
you know?
it makes it rough because I'm like, growing
You like
up, I've never really liked the fact that they're just
You not
singing.
like Hamilton or
I
something?
love Hamilton.
Okay, I thought,
No,
I
but
thought
I'm
that
saying
was
like
why it was
that's
your
what
example.
I equate as a musical. So like High School, like a made-for-TV musical film. Like The
Glee.
Greatest Showman is a musical though.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to.
They're gonna make like a live version.
There's a live one going on in London right now.
Okay, so
I think they're opening in London right now,
hell yeah.
which is amazing. But I can't sing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably definitely morning time there, so.
Oh yeah. But yeah, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say because we were talking about Megan Thee Stallion, but I was also. I'm not good at political talk. Like I literally like I just like
You definitely
I'll-
seem like someone who shouldn't talk about it too much because
Yeah,
you'll
it's
just
like-
like stop having interactions with people.
Yeah, it's kind of just well, hey, no, no, it's just like I'll either
He's this
agree.
guy. He's this guy that like someone's like, yeah, man, you see what Trump did today? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm such a middleman. I'll play devil advocate for either side. I love hearing people talk about political opinions because I want to know both sides. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care to side which way or another. I just want to know both sides. I want to hear it.
I'm that way too. I'm not one to like judge. If you're a Trump supporter, by all means, be a Trump supporter. I mean, at the end of the day, we got our answer. We know who's in charge.
We're alienating
you know,
Max
like,
from the conversation right now.
Huh?
He just said,
you
"Oh,
talking
I
about?
don't talk about politics a lot," and then we just go back and he's like,
well, I'm just
"Yeah."
saying, like,
well, yeah, so exactly. Like,
way to shut me down.
Here's what I'm gonna, literally anything political, like I either agree or disagree with it, but I'm not gonna argue it.
Yeah, we're not
Isn't
gonna
that
argue. I
most
don't- I-
debates?
Yeah,
I argue
like,
with so
I'll
many.
be
I
like,
argue with so many people about this, and I was like, bro, I don't care. Like Trump was in office already, so I kind of already was like coming with the fact that he'll probably be back. You know, even though I wanted Kamala so badly, I was like, he'll probably be back because he already was president. And let's be honest, I watched a video on Facebook of someone saying,
grandma.
it was somebody grandma for sure. And they go, oh my God, Trump just had a heart attack. And she goes, are you serious? And then they go, yeah, they're appointing Kamala Harris as the new president. And she goes, like hell she will be. A woman can't run this state. And the granddaughter literally goes, are you saying like a woman can't run the state. She goes, hell no. She goes, well, what if you got a chance to run the state? She goes, I'll change it. And I was like, what? Like, you people contradict yourselves so much. Like, you say a woman can't run for president, but if you had a chance, you would change the state?
Agree. With Dar'jon, not the old white lady.
I don't know, dude. The old white lady got
Nothing
some
else
facts.
to contribute, but you're right. Yeah,
But that's
you said it all for me. Like,
I said it all for
yeah,
you.
I agree with whatever you
my
said.
bullet points are your bullet points. That's what
I'm not just gonna copy and paste with you. Yeah, just I'm not gonna white splain what you said. Just
Are these Samson's cards, by the way?
yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna like chat GBT my responses to make them sound more like you.
Tune in and see.
My God.
Tune in and see.
No, unless you tell me to cut something out, I'll probably just put it up on.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
The only editing really is I put a.
What
Agree.
the fuck?
okay, listen.
Do you have a timer of how long you can hang out with us?
No, everyone does that.
That's supposed to be my thing.
No, listen, I had a very traumatic.
What do you mean? It's supposed to be your thing. You have a timer how long you can hang out with black people before you turn into fucking
Before you
virtue
code switch?
switching?
For the sake of the
Switch.
bit, yes, Rain.
At 11 o'clock, he's gonna be like, yes, I agree with everything.
I can
But
eat my
anyway,
dry-ass
back on the
turkey.
show.
My mom's picking me up.
My mom's picking me up. No, that was an alarm because I had a very traumatic childhood, and it's a prayer alarm.
Oh, so you need to pray right now?
Fair enough.
Not now, but it's because usually I'll go to bed around this time. Well, I used to. Now that I'm an adult, I'm like 2 a.m. Let's go.
Holy shit! What
I
you have
have-
traumatic experience from 8 years ago as a child?
Yeah, bro. My mom died, dude. Like I was like, like it was like my mom died, my uncle died, and my aunt died. So it was like all these people who raised me, and I was just like, I need to find the Lord quick before somebody else will find it.
Here's to lower to level out the vulnerable field right now. I have a thing similar to that where every few days, it's usually around 6 or 7, I have an alarm that goes off that just says appreciate,
Wow.
and it's just like mental what should you be grateful for that's
Yeah,
going on
I love
right
that.
now?
I
Just
love
like
that.
Okay, like you're upset about this show you had, but look at your grand scheme of stand up and then think about all what
The
you
accomplishments and stuff. I like that.
it's
yeah.
like just stop and think about it.
Yeah, see, that's like
that's
kind
the
of
same
like
as praying.
It's
That's
the
what you're
same
doing.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust
that's
that
good.
with. Last time I was on this show, dude, and like Samson and Max had asked me about my accomplishments in high school for wrestling. Then they tried to switch
There's
it like
no
I was a
way I
fucking.
asked you that.
Well, there's not even like accomplishments. It wasn't even like asking. They were just like, so you did like yours were like you guys did athletics. Like it wasn't like you guys were serious about trying to figure out what my accomplishments were. You're just trying to like set me up as like a pedophilic coach.
Wow.
You guys were trying to like it wasn't a pedophilic coach. You're trying to set me up like, oh yeah, you do like weird shit in the shower, right?
Disagree.
Disagree.
Strongly.
Well, no, I remember like
I'll have to review the game tape, but
The game.
last time I remember you guys were like
You
just
should
talking.
add that into it.
You guys had asked.
I might have to.
to prove he's wrong.
Well, no, you guys had asked me. You were like, okay, what weird shit do you guys do? And like you guys were like, oh,
Well, that's because
yeah.
wrestling's just weird.
I know
Wrestling
it's
is one of
pretty
the
gay,
weirdest-
but you guys are like trying to switch me into being like some gay shit ever. And then like you're like, do you do these positions with the kids? I'm like, whoa.
Okay, well, actually,
Well, listen,
there's
that's a
a
valid
chance I
question,
did ask you
though.
that. Yeah, all
That's
right.
a valid question though, because like
Thank you.
How else are you
I
gonna teach the
wrestled.
move?
I
From the
wrestled.
outside looking in,
Not weak. I wrestled for like one semester in high school,
What the
and my
fuck do you
coach.
mean one semester?
I wasn't good at it.
But yeah,
not.
but wrestling's broken up into 4 months. So did you wrestle only for like 2 months?
Yeah, dude.
That's okay.
I
And
had
so you
one,
wrestled for 2 months.
There was one big dude. It was my first match, and this big dude, bigger than me. Everyone from my school was like, "Go, Dar'jon, go!" Signs and all. This kid flipped
What?
me. Signs and all, like face, like cutouts on my face. I went to a white
I
school.
thought you meant
That's
like.
actually blackface.
I went to a
That's
white.
a cutout
That's
of
actual
blackface.
blackface.
I didn't make
That's actually
gang
blackface. But literally,
Now I might be racist. I don't know.
It's okay.
Racial for sure.
Virtual switching. But literally, I got
Virtue
flipped.
switching?
I got flipped in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that happens.
ended my career. I was like, nope. I was like, nope. This is why black people don't do it. And there was another black dude, but it was like, obviously, we both were like football players whose coach was like, go wrestle so you can do conditioning and all this stuff so you can lift people, you know. Like, and it is pretty beneficial for football.
Well, they
if
wanted
you're
you to do
lineman.
wrestling so that way, like, when you do football, you can manhandle somebody. They're like, I want you to grab on someone and not let go.
Let me tell you something. Fuck that. I was a lineman. I let all those fat fucks follow me. Every chance I got. Anyone bigger than me, now I ain't no bitch now. Like, if we was the same size, we would go toe to toe. Whoever could get them on the ground first, you know. But them big boys, that'll be like, I'm gonna eat you for lunch later.
He was like, oh, boy.
I'll look at them and I'll be like, no, I'll be like this.
never.
I'll look them straight in their face and I'll whisper, I'll be like, listen, bro, we ain't gotta do all that. I'm gonna tap you and I'm gonna fall to the ground and you gonna lay on top. I'll take the fall, and then my coach will be like, Billy! I'm like, Coach, I'm sorry, man. He got the best of me. I let him.
Oh, no. He's on top of me, coach.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, Jim.
Coach, I'm on the ground.
I'm just a theater kid.
Listen, I hated
But
football.
softer light through yonder window breaks, coach.
Oh,
Were
if
you
music be
defensive
the
or
free to love,
offensive?
play on.
Defensive or offensive?
Both. I was starring.
Okay, so it was like fucking. You're like, oh, this is supposed to be a pulling play, and it's like, I did pull my muscle, and he fell on top.
Oh, dude, I used to
no!
fake injuries all the time.
Everyone does in football. It's
Oh
so
my
easy.
God. Dude, I will say that I hated football so much. I got cast in a show. I got cast.
Oh, I thought you were saying I got cast.
No,
in
I didn't get a
football.
cast. I wish I
You gotta
did. It
play
would've gave me-
roles.
Wow, I'm so happy I kind of know sports and theater because I can
Come on, bro.
figure like
you can filter.
Do you watch Josh Johnson at all? Like,
who's
okay,
that?
Josh Johnson is a comedian who has an amazing sports analogy with theater. After this, you need to
I gotta
watch
watch
that.
that.
Okay.
It's so fucking
Send it
good.
to us. Send it to us.
I will. It's so fucking funny.
But I used to I remember I got cast in the show.
your arm broke.
I'm broke in a show. No, it was during football season, and I remember we lost so badly this one game.
So your emotions were perfect.
Oh no, you don't understand. My coach was like the beginning of the season when we were at like football camp. He was like, "Listen, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all this movie, and this is the movie I want to carry us the whole season." It was Remember the Titans.
Oh my god.
It's such a good movie. It's a great movie. Denzel Washington, one of his best films, right?
Okay.
So it's about a football team that, you know, during the time where like they let black kids in the schools. So when they let black kids in the schools, this white team was like, we don't want these blacks on our team. And Denzel Washington's like, well, I'm your head coach, so you're going to have to deal with these blacks for your team. So I'm sitting on the bus. We just lost so badly. And in that movie, there's
yeah.
the song, was it Listen Baby?
Yeah.
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low.
Yeah.
But they do that when they win. So I was sitting at the back of the bus after we all lost this fucking game.
That was a conditioning song for us in wrestling my freshman
Yeah,
year.
see?
That was a conditioning song.
Every
that song has
sports
PTSD
people-
for me, dude.
Every sports person knows that song, okay? And I'm sitting
Really?
there at the back of the bus.
Ain't no
Yeah.
mountain
That's like
high.
But I
that
remember-
song is put in is like a sport.
Well, because Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was like
it's
that was
purely
like the
because of that.
movie.
I haven't seen it.
If you watch it, like that is like
I
throughout
don't
the
know
whole
what
movie.
situation you would watch that without being in sports. It's a kind of a weird
Yeah.
movie to watch, not in sports.
Well, it used to come on
I'm
ABC
into
Family a
different
lot.
Sports.
Well,
I did like soccer and ski racing.
yeah, y'all didn't play that movie. Y'all played Yellow
Okay,
Jackets.
let's see how much
Yeah,
money
I
this
don't, know,
is.
I don't know what movie. I like
Yellow
Ted
Jackets.
Lasso and Eddie the Eagle.
That's y'all fucking warm up movie. It's Ted Lasso and Yellow
know.
Jackets.
I don't know, dude. I didn't have a
You
warm up
can
movie.
too.
I have warm
fucking-
movies
that
for
sucks.
for
Oh my
shows,
God.
but not for sports.
Well, I just remember being in the back of
Two
that bus.
shingles? What the fuck is
Everyone was
this?
looking sad out the window,
Yeah.
and I was like so happy I got cast in this play.
I'm
that
taking
was
one
like,
of these.
listen,
Oh.
baby. And then everyone joined us on the bus, and we had to run our fucking asses off the next day. Because he's like, I can't believe y'all did it on the bus. And the head coach walks up to me, he goes, but that was some funny shit, Darsh. I'm mad at you. I made you run all day today, but that was funny as heck.
So long as you're a child and I can make you do that.
Oh my
but if you're an
God.
adult, you could punch me.
No, low key, I do the same thing as a coach. Sometimes I'm like, these kids are annoying me. I'll just make them run. Or sometimes they'll just like look at me weird. I'm like, you know what? On the wall. We're running. Why?
Oh,
I'll figure out some bullshit reason. We're running.
See, I know why my coaches did not get hired the next season, because he would go against us if he got mad at us. No helmet, no pads. And
I'm gonna beat these niggas up.
No, literally, he was this big white dude. He was this big white dude, and every time he got mad, if we like fucked up a play or something, he'd be like, "Fuck that, Bentley, get out! I'm going against him." And he'll get, but the problem was he'll get laid out.
Yeah.
Almost every time, but then he'll get back up like, "And that's how you play some fucking football." And I'm like, are you okay, sir? Like, are you special needs or something? Because why do you keep going? It's like every rehearsal, every practice. That's my coach.
Do you confuse-
That's my virtue.
Do you switch auditions with tryouts too?
No, I used to. So when my cousin,
I
like
tried to audition for the role of quarterback. You
man,
see,
no,
I tried
literally,
to audition for the lead.
my family would get so mad at me because my cousin's like the basketball star. And I'll be like, "How was rehearsal?" And he'll be like, "Nigga, rehearsal?" And I'm like, "You heard what the fuck I said?"
I do that, but I get called a different word.
What word?
Yeah, brain.
What's the word I just said?
Well, I mean, to me, it means you got it. There we go.
Well.
Ditto, everybody.
Ditto.
Hey, so first, we're about at kind of where we like to end it, but also, Rain, you are doing so much during
the
this.
Lord's work, Ray.
You, like, dude, I don't think you understand.
It's all Pokemon based.
If I'm talking to people and I have something to occupy myself, it helps me stay on track in the conversation way more than you think.
I appreciate that a lot.
This
but
is
I just
sponsored.
want to know.
Organized these cards. I've also organized the tower. Dar'jon's also lacking on finishing that rear to finish the top.
Fair. Nice. Well,
Okay.
I'm just. Did you make any progress in whatever you were doing? How was
I've
the
made a
game
lot of
and how were the
progress.
cards?
I've beaten the first gym leader.
Such a
I've
great
also
host.
organized the Pokemon cards
Nice.
by typing.
Okay. Wait, by type?
Yeah, they're all typing. So I have fire types organized. I have dark types, electric types. The pack I opened fucking sucked. I am taking 2 cards, but I opened the pack. It's fine. They're also trash. Samson does not want them.
The pack fucking sucked.
Okay.
I am stealing 280s from you all, but fuck off.
Samson will understand. Samson will understand
What
that these
2
cards
cards are
suck.
they?
Okay, so it's a fucking magic card who's level 30. It does nothing. It does no money value, and neither does the Shinx.
Okay.
There's no money value in these cards. They're also hollow. Like, you get like what, 30 cents, maybe even less. Like, these cards are worth nothing. Like, I imagine he has these people open a pack each time they go on the podcast, and he tries to see which ones he can sell for money. He's like, okay, this podcast was probably pretty successful.
You know, now that I think about it.
I think you might be right.
Yeah,
or
like,
you're at least onto something.
If you had me and Samson both here, this podcast would now just be a Pokemon podcast.
Yeah,
Have you ever
we'll
seen
save
the-
that for next week.
Have you ever seen the movie Hot Tub Time Machine 2?
Yes, I have.
The
dude.
second.
The
second
second
one?
It
I've
was
only
like
seen
in
the
the
first one.
future.
I've only seen the first one because the first one has a lot more Black Eyed Peas in it.
It does. But there's a
Black
song.
what?
Black
Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah,
okay,
not the
I think
food,
I said
not the
Black
food.
Eyed Peas. And I was like
Oh,
internet.
oh.
No,
like,
not the food.
Internet
not the
personalities.
food.
No, he was thinking internet personalities, like
Yeah,
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, there. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I got it.
That was the white part of you that got that.
That was. Well, in the movie Hot Tub Time
Black Eyed
Machine.
Peas.
Yeah.
The band.
In the movie Hot Tub Time Machine, the
Where's the love?
sequel, he goes, like the nerdy character will be like, "This is how we get time travel." And then the dude would just go, "Nerd, you're a fucking nerd, and no one likes you." Poindexter. They would all join in, and when you explained the Pokemon, it took all the urge in me not to be like, nerd.
You honestly couldn't have been like, yeah, let's arm wrestle.
Listen, we can't arm wrestle.
Let's go bat to bat in any sport and watch how much I beat you.
Listen, you probably will. I'm a theater bitch. You probably will. But
I know,
dance.
put some tap shoes
Put some
on you guys.
tap shoes on, and you'd have no chance.
I
bitch.
don't dance. Unfortunately, the white hat kicked in there.
Step.
I feel like any competition we'll have, I'd be like 5, 6, 7, 8. Just start arm wrestling.
The five.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh.
That was cool. Did you guys all see that too?
No, I was looking at Pokemon.
I hit the
Fair enough.
nerd.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but we should like summarize the Freaky Friday show because I feel like that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And can you bring up the old lady sitting at the table next to all of us? on
Fuck yes.
stage?
Yeah.
So you want us
I'll-
to save that for when you get back, or
No,
talk about
just,
between
just get it started. And
So
then
this
I'll
is the
show
black
up.
section of the show where we talk about the fucking old ladies who wanted the chocolate thunder.
Yeah, this is our. Yeah.
Freaky Friday. No, that was the.
That wasn't a Freaky Friday. It
That
was
was
a Freaky
a funny,
Friday. It was a funny feud.
Funny feud. So Funny Feud. Do you actually want to explain this to him?
Yeah.
So Funny Feud, from what I understand,
Let's
because
just
I'm
take
not
his
from
shit.
here. What?
Just take the audio equipment, dude.
Let's just rob his ass. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
This week it's bringing black people to the hill. Oh, we put them in the foothills. Holy shit, this is so
Hey man, we was
expensive.
gonna go check out your
Yeah.
equipment, bro. That's it. We gonna make sure it works, bro. No, Funny Feud was a show where two teams of three comedians, they compete against each other. It's like Family Feud, but there's topics from the audience, and we get like 5 minutes as a group to come up with like rebuttals. Either it's yes or no. I guess I'm the only one explaining this now.
No, you keep talking.
Oh, okay. But you gotta play. Well, you gotta keep me in frame. There you go. Yeah. So Funny Feud. So yeah, it was a show where like two sets of teams, each of like three comedians. They all it's for the
My
80s.
Ring doorbell camera notification went off. You guys aren't stealing shit.
Fuck. I told you not to smile, man. We couldn't see us. But no, yeah. So we get to two. I keep re-explaining it, but it's like two sets of groups of three compete against each other with topics such as like, should competitive cheerleading be a true sport or
I
a
think
real
that was
sport?
the best round. That
Was
a lot
I
of
don't
fun.
know. The sex worker one was probably the best one.
For you, because those two
For
older
you?
ladies wanted everything you said. They were like, "You want to find out?" Like,
Well, okay, so to bring up the old ladies that you were talking about, the question was, are you comfortable dating a sex worker? So one team had to be like, yeah, we're comfortable. The other team had to be like, hell no. So two people will go up, one from each team, and they'll start with, yes, I think you should, I think you shouldn't. So I got up and I was like, yeah, I think you should. I think I'm comfortable dating a sex worker because if she ever gets mad at me during sex and decides she doesn't want to have sex with me anymore, I'll just go to her job and pay for what I deserve. So that was the joke. And these two ladies next to us, these two like Golden Girls age ladies, were just like, hell yeah. And I was like, I think I'm in love.
they were eating you guys up.
They
Like,
loved the Black Squad, and we were closer to them, I think. But it was like I would like do a look towards them, and they would instantly be hooked. And I'm like, damn, I'm about to get somebody's pension real quick.
yeah, no, dude. Like,
Get that life insurance.
I'm about to get that life insurance, bro.
no, yeah. Like my hair started getting frizzy. The air got humid in there.
It got humid, but it was such a fun show. And we had questions like the sex worker question. We also had the comparative cheerleading question. And what was the one?
The first one?
Yeah, I think what was the first?
The sex worker one wasn't the first one?
No.
It was, I think,
It was like
three total questions.
It was three.
Yeah. I have it in my fucking book upstairs.
I have it on my phone right there.
Well, we can't really do that.
I'll help us out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It was sex worker. Oh wait, no, I
Yeah,
can look
take
at my
the-
phone. Hold on, I can just look at the.
do you have it on
I
your
took the
phone?
photos.
Perfect.
Remember?
Thank fucking God.
Perfect.
Because I can grab my book and see what we wrote down, but like I struggle to
Yeah.
remember. Can I know?
Should a guy
Pay
pay for the first dates?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pay for the
That's
first
right.
date, and then Landon was just like, "Yeah, the guy should pay for the first date."
Because
And
my
then like,
mom will give me my allowance.
that was mine. That was mine.
Oh, you did that
I
one?
had the allowance one.
Okay.
We dove into it, dude.
Landon was so awesome. Like
I
Landon,
love Landon's awkwardness. It was like
Landon-
having a miniature version of fucking Max.
Yeah, like he was just so like he was like, I'm going
used
to
to
say
do
what's
that.
on my heart. And y'all went up against each other too.
Yeah.
And it was funny because it would be like people who looked like Loki went up, except for like the last group. Like,
I don't think I look
Nathan.
like a confused Asian Indian dude.
I thought he was Mexican.
And I don't know what he is. I don't know
No
what
one
he
does.
is.
Neither does he. Neither does he. Clearly, but it was fun. It was fun. Like, it was really cool to come up with new jokes because it was like, oh,
It
I
really
could throw
forces
some of
you to
these on my
write.
set.
Like, didn't
Like-
you did one of
You
the
did one
things
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did one of my sets
one of the
yesterday.
How'd it
cheerleading
go?
was
I saw it.
It
seemed
went
like
pretty
was
good.
funny, I thought.
Well, what I liked about it, it transitions into one of my other jokes really well.
Good.
So
Okay.
I have a joke about being a male DD for females, and it transitions well into it, just because like it's
what
about
was the
sex
joke?
work.
Go ahead and. No, I'm saying, tell us
So
now. What was the joke?
the joke essentially is like, okay, because I have everything I joke about is things I've experienced, and so being a fucking DD for females is insane because like I literally had friends just run away from me. Like, not even from me. They just like decide we're gonna run down the street. But like, in no situation does it look good to have two females screaming down the street
Running from a
with
black
a black
guy?
dude chasing after them. It's not a situation, especially in Boise, because on fucking
my
like
God.
6th Street, that's where all of the police congregate,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden they're leaving the bar, they're like, ah,
Well, you
just
see-
running, and then you just have me chasing after them and like a fucking pissed off tone, like I need to be serious to catch up to them, and the police are just like, what the fuck?
Well, you see, I was mad when at Voodoo Cellar, when the one girl, she like fucked up the Jenga, and then she ran and left all of us black people sitting there.
Did you see that, Max?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Okay,
dude.
so Natasha,
She knocked down the Jenga
She
pile.
knocked
so
it down.
the sets were going on, and there was like only comedians doing Jenga. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
we know better than this. What's going on?
I
the
even
loudest
stopped.
game ever.
My ADHD was like, "Don't do it."
It's me, Tariq, and fucking Dar'jon just sitting there having a conversation. Natasha fucking fucks up Jenga. We turn around, she's gone.
She's
she runs up
disappeared.
the stairs, and it's just me, Dar'jon, and Tariq.
So everyone
the three
turns
black
around.
people, and it's
Everyone
just
turns
us.
around and sees us, and we're all just like looking like fucking Scooby Doo back there. And we're just like, we didn't do this. And she's like, and she's sitting up at the top of the stairs, like, take it, just take the break. I'm like, get your ass downstairs.
Reparations.
Reparations. Why you gonna do this, man? It's crazy.
Whenever I talk about him to people,
Yeah.
about how much I hate, I don't mention his race. Because you can't
You can't.
you can't talk about
Either
someone,
way, it sounds racist.
I can't talk about somebody that I hate and then also have their race mentioned and
Yeah.
not have it seem like they're related.
Yeah.
They're a lot and they see him, they go, oh, I didn't know he was a black guy or whatever. And I have to say, like, yeah, I can't tell you that because
No, you gotta be like, me neither. I don't see.
I don't see color.
I don't see
color.
I didn't think about it like that. No, I just,
Yeah, me neither.
Really,
bro.
he's always late. He says CPT for some reason. He says.
I thought.
I guess he makes
I don't
the
even
schedule.
I just thought he
that.
had a fucking.
It's crazy.
I'm not code switching. I'm being myself. I don't understand.
Be
I don't
yourself.
understand.
You know, tell us how much you hate.
I hate him so much. He's a dick. He's a black dick.
I mean, I think it's
fucking
probably pretty
asshole
huge.
black guy. That's just how it is. It's not
There's
wrong.
no other segue.
No, he's an asshole who is black.
Have you told this on stage yet?
No, yeah, I hope he
No,
does.
I
Please
should,
do.
right?
I hope he does.
I think that'd be so funny if you just like explain. Because see, you almost have to like explain all the things you hate
I
about
gotta
this
say
dude.
the stuff I said beforehand. For
Yeah,
sure.
and then you gotta be like,
gotta pat
also
that.
he's black. And I only say that now because if I say it at the beginning, y'all gonna think I'm racist.
I think it'd be a good idea to just like describe how much you hate this dude. Everyone paints a picture of a white dude, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're on his side, and then you mention he's black, and you're like, "Yeah, I figured you'd all switch on me the moment."
Yeah.
Look at all. Oh, then you look at all you code switching.
Look at
on
all
me.
you
You
code
first you
switchers.
signaling cunts.
Before you hated black people.
Yeah, you were all on my side. And the moment I mentioned the races, all of a sudden, like this motherfucker.
You're like,
Like,
that's
whoa.
how progressive I am. I have black people that I don't like. Like,
And I can
Yeah,
say
all
it
races
freely.
can get it. All
yeah,
races.
I
can-
know there are black people that are dicks.
Yeah.
So
Look at Dennis Rodman.
that's how
Dennis-
good of a person I am.
You said Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman's a good example of a dick black dude.
I mean, statistically, he's not a nice guy. for
No.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's not.
He's like, I get to hoop with Kim Jong Un. I'm like, okay, that's not what Kanye envisioned in his dream of I have a dream
and then
speech.
people are like, why didn't you mention like that they were black or whatever? And it's like, why
Not
does
Kanye, Martin Luther King.
What a
No.
Fuck
No,
up,
I have a
just
joke.
saying.
I have a joke I'm working on where it's like fucking Martin Luther King in his "I Had a Dream" speech didn't imagine Kanye becoming a Nazi and Dennis Rodman hooping with fucking Kim Jong Un.
He was like, damn.
Like, there's no shot. There's no shot that he imagined that.
But the fact that you just said Kanye West had a dream.
Yeah, that was
He
He
quite
probably had
whoopsie-daisy.
several dreams. We all saw he
was-
he spent like half a year at the
Are
top
you
of
a
a football
scientist?
stadium. Kanye spent half a year at the top of a football stadium after the divorce with Kim, working on an album, and then all of a sudden came back and was like, "Oh, hail Nazis!" Right?
I mean, I went to a Pete David. I went
Did you
to.
see him? He became such a fucking Jew hater.
No, the just hail
No, not-
Nazis. That was really
Yeah, and then
funny.
you did like, all right, Elon Musk, calm down. You're actually saying your shit.
No,
Dude, he did.
I mean, to me,
Well, they have a photo together. They're probably homies. They're probably working on the Third Reich together. Elon and Kanye.
Elon on the next album. I bet you there's a song called Tesla
After Cousins.
featuring Elon Musk.
Have you
Tesla.
heard Cousins? Cousins. Oh my god.
There was a
shit.
song.
We all might be racist. I don't know.
I code switch
The
so much.
most racist people I've ever met are black people.
No, black people are inherently racist. We hate each other and everybody else. I don't think we like. The only thing we like is white women. That's the only.
That's even questionable too.
What a callback! And we should probably bring it right back to the
You
beginning.
said that's questionable. It is questionable.
It is questionable.
It
'cause
depends
But
on.
it's funny.
It's funny.
Come to Voodoo Cellar.
See Shakespeare.
You're gonna have to like remove all the Idaho Shakespeare stuff.
If
What,
you-
really? Is that
It's
real?
gonna be like headline: Dar'jon Bentley loves white women over at the Idaho Shakespeare
What's wrong with
Festival.
that?
But because then all of his
You
white
can also
coworkers-
love other women too. You
I
just
do.
also
No, here's the thing. I do love other women.
There you go.
It's just the unfortunate part is that the jobs I took on have the most white women.
yeah, that's not
Yeah.
your fault.
But if I was a rapper, no, there'll
You-
probably still be a lot of white women.
you went to the Idaho Shakespeare Festival. Do you think there's black people here?
No, that's why I signed
You
up
met
to
all
go.
of them in comedy. Actually, I did find out where all the black people hang out. Like I went with my friend. So I
As a
usually
black person, you saying, actually, guys, I did find out where all the blacks hang out.
so
And as not a black person, just to elaborate.
He's like, you never been there?
well, no, so because I live close to Boise, I'll go to the Boise bars, right?
Yeah.
But I went to the Meridian bars. I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is where all the black people are? What the fuck? Why? There's like 3 bars, maybe 2 that like worth going to, and it's just all black people. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Where y'all been hiding?
Because there's like police officers just stationed in front of the bars. I'm like, okay, I get it, but fuck you.
I mean,
They're
I did
arresting
almost
somebody
get into
each
a
night.
I did almost get into a fight at Solid. Like, they need to be around. Like, if you're about to fight at an open mic, I think that the cops need to be around more.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Like,
Well, that's just like that's not like their jurisdiction.
it's not, but it's like,
Because
the
comics don't have money. They don't want.
but when the only 2 black people in Boise start fighting, you know.
Who were you gonna fight with?
Well,
What?
so I did the open mic. It's a joke I do now, but I did an open mic, and
Oh, was it just someone in the stage? It wasn't a
It was-
comic.
no, it wasn't a comic.
Okay, I'm
It
like,
was-
I know all
it
the
was-
black comics.
Yeah, no.
Who would you
We're all
fight with?
chilling.
Because I could probably predict it could be Rashid. Because there's no way LJ's doing that, and
No.
Reese is like fucking absolutely
I
out of
love
there.
Reese. LJ's great. I love what's his name?
Tariq.
Tariq. I love Tariq.
Tariq's a gentle soul. LJ has no clue a fight's about to happen sometimes.
And
how's-
and
how's
it was
Max?
his mic.
That was Max.
Well, it was
That
so-
was Max is the local black. I thought you were a lesbian comic. You can't be the black and lesbian comic.
Yeah, come on,
I have
Root.
red
Pick a
hair.
lane.
I have read there.
But it
Tina
was-
Towns left. Tina
was-
Towns left.
It was crazy. It was crazy because literally
DL from TL.
I couldn't see like anybody else but this random brown person.
It's weird, right?
But I can't- it's-
All those stage lights are on you, but you can see the black person.
I can see the one
How?
person.
Dark room, stage lights are on you, but you know where the
So
black
I
cat
kept
is.
making I kept making eye contact with him. And at first he was like, why you keep making eye contact, bro? And I was like, because you're the only person I can see. And you're brown. So you're the only comfortable person I can see right now. And then we were joking. I was like, hey, but ladies, don't have sex with this dude because he don't like eye contact. And we know that's what y'all love. And he was like, no, it's the opposite, bro. And I was like, never mind, girls. Go ahead and get you some. And then randomly, I swear to God, this dude goes, do you want me to bend over and take it?
What?
But me being like a little lifted, I was like, are you gay?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, he goes, no, I ain't fucking gay.
Well.
And on the mic, I was like, well, don't say gay shit if you don't want me to think you're gay. And the whole time, he was staring daggers at me. And I was nervous because I was
Eye
like,
contact.
it was so, he gave me eye contact. And I was nervous. I was like, I feel like Boise, if we actually fought, I feel like Boise would not know how to describe that.
This was in Boise?
This was literally Tuesday.
Oh, damn.
This was that solid. And like, I was like, I feel like Boise.
Is it the day I met you?
No, it was,
Okay.
I met you Monday. I met you Sunday.
Yeah, I work Sundays.
Did you go up a little bit later on Tuesday? Because I was like the second or third comic on that Tuesday.
Yeah, I went up later.
left like pretty
Does the
showed up
Tuesday
after
mics actually have
rehearsal.
people that show up? Like, is there a crowd on Tuesdays?
A
There
little bit.
was a handful of people.
But but the thing I hate about comedy also is that like when you do it like an open mic bar, people don't pay for it. So obviously they're like, that guy wasn't funny. So they just get up and leave and give nobody else a chance, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
there are comics in the scene where we're like, fuck, he's about to walk the crowd.
No, that's why I think that's where I'm still learning it, but by being a host, you have to like know the people that
Yeah,
do
to do
that.
the
Like,
order.
you gotta, like,
Filter
plan,
out the
like,
order,
put
yeah.
the killers here, and then
Yeah.
have maybe a gap here, and then you
Yeah.
You have
Because
to balance
your
it.
mic was super cool, dude. Like I loved it. That one dude ruined flirting there. And I was like, God damn it.
Dude, last night's mic was actually really fun.
That was fun.
Well,
Tanya's was good.
I didn't know that fucking what was his name? Jay Light was gonna be there.
Yeah.
Cause like Jay Light
He's a
is
New York comic, right?
Yeah, he's a New York comic who travels, and he like does a show in each
think
place.
LA.
And he had whatever. He had Natasha, Jack, and Tyson on a show. It was like What's Wrong? Something.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did like 10 minutes, which is awesome. But he had it was like Dar'jon. it was like no, it was Jay Light, then Dar'jon, then me, right? Because Jay Light did like 10 minutes, and then Dar'jon went up, and it was me, right?
Like,
It was
7.
yeah, you did.
I did not see the light.
Anyone who wears a fucking hat
I
at
know.
that mic cannot see the red light above them.
I meant to turn it around.
Is that true? Like I haven't thought about
Well, you
that.
have your hat like points up.
Yeah.
so
Well,
your
it's also-
peripheral's still there. But if you have
Well,
your
I
hat
don't
like
get-
covering the side, you don't see it.
Yeah, well,
you don't get lighted. Yeah,
exactly. And so, but like I have noticed, there have been people that I know that there's a light, but like they just don't see it.
Yeah, well,
And,
out of the peripheral. When you're wearing
and
a
I didn't-
hat
I didn't
and like
know that
this
was
whole
a thing.
top section is
Yeah,
covered,
like
that's
this.
where the
This
light
is the same hat I wore last night.
Yeah, I didn't
and it
think
was like
about
this.
that.
And I was performing, and Ray was in the background, like,
I was like, look at the light.
Look
at the
and
light.
I was like, and I looked at Ray, and I was like, yeah.
He's like, Ray's a good hype man right now. Nah,
Come on,
get
Ray.
off the stage before Tanya
boy.
ruins your set.
No, I didn't think about that.
She was cool about it though. Like after I saw her at the show, she was like, "Great set." I was like, "Oh, thank God, I couldn't see that light at all."
Well, if you're doing good,
You're
Tanya's
also
gonna let
funny,
you
so-
stay on there. Yeah, Tanya's gonna let you stay on there if you're
Cool.
doing good. But like the guy who was like new yesterday, she was like, I was even turning on my flashlight and just going, lighting him. He'd look at me and he's like, "Ah, thank you for the photo." I'm like, "No, I'm not taking
yeah.
a photo of you. Get the fuck off the stage." Even Jay Light was looking at me like, "You're doing the best you can." He just doesn't know. He's new.
At some point, you just have to just start clap them off. Like you're
Oh
done.
yeah, I think I've seen Samson just like have everyone start clapping during the middle of someone's set.
You're done.
What would y'all say is the best mic out of the week?
During the summer, I don't know. We'll see how Voodoo does. Voodoo currently feels like the better mic to go to.
It's like
But,
between
like,
that and the Thursday.
Yeah, the Thursday mic was like when I first started doing comedy. The Thursday, the Mad Sweet one that he runs.
Oh yeah, I went to that one. Yeah.
When I first started doing comedy, the Thursday one was the one you wanted to get on. Just
Okay.
because that's where the crowd was during the summer, and it was
Yeah.
like super fun. Like at the same time, when I joined, like there was still like the Lounge at the End of the Universe. Like there was a double Wednesday mic. And then so those were super fun to get on, but the Thursday one was one that you really wanted to get on. Saturday was also pretty all right,
Yeah.
but like it was rough to get on those just because the person who was hosting those at the time also made it kind of like really hard to get on for some reason.
Of course. I
The
reached out to
online
Don't Tell.
summers were in what?
Have y'all done Don't Tell out here?
I want to. That's not how
And
that
I
works.
saw that they did it yesterday. I think LJ was on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like reached out and they haven't said shit yet. But I was just like, hi, I'm visiting. I'm from out of town. Let me know if there's any spots available. I got clips and shit, you know.
I think they book like so far in advance though.
But you know, I'm coming back in September.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'll do a late night, you know, don't tell show, or I'll come in after the show or rehearse, you know, whatever. Like I'll come back, you know.
Where you're located, I feel like the Don't Tell shows are better over there just because there is photography and film. We don't have film at ours.
Cleveland?
Yeah, we don't have film
Cleveland,
at
I
ours.
will say the Don't Tells in Cleveland are really cool. I love them. The people that run them, they're great. They're very like businessy side of it, which is really cool. Like, you know, sometimes when comics run a big show, they get real, a little insecure about the people they put on the show. And they're always like, we need the best of the best of the best of the best. Like there's a show in Cleveland that like, they don't care what you have to like consistently show up to their open mic and kill for like 3 months in order to even get a shot at a show in like September. And it's like, but then like out of luck,
I'm trying to rush through the cutscene because like, there's text that show up.
Not the
So if you just
cutscene.
mash A, it skips through the text. And I'm
but
trying
then
to do
like
that.
they'll rush through like so many people who just like keep showing up and they're not that good. And you proving yourself enough, but because of like I'm an actor. I'm not gonna act like I sit here. Like this week is probably the most I've showed up to open mics.
Really?
To perform. Yeah, because like, dude, there's opportunities out here.
Nobody knows me.
Nobody, like, no
They
one
can't
knows
hate
me.
me like they do in
They
Cleveland.
can't, but in Cleveland, it's so like, you did do bad 2 weeks in a row, so we're gonna hark you on that. And no matter how many times you do good, you almost have to like prove yourself. And it's like the people who get on, like they're good, but they're also like, you don't care for them, you know? Like you don't care for like in comedy you want to care for, you don't have to care, but you know, you can't watch Kevin Hart get up there and not care about him as some capacity.
Yeah, like
I do think Boise does have like you can do better on like multiple times and walk a crowd and they'll still let you on to the next mic.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to name
we
names,
have
but we know.
few comics, or it's just some people are
We have
just
like
so
40
dense.
comics. What do you mean?
Well, that's
41.
not a lot compared to most.
No.
places.
Did you hear me? I said 41. No, you guys have seriously been great. Like,
Well, it's like for how few comics we have, I would say like 90% of them are like worth booking for show. Like
Yeah.
we have a lot of really good comics.
y'all got a lot of great comics
not
here
sure
and
how
great
much-
concepts. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm not sure if like Reese and LJ are trying to inflate my ego on this, but they're like, oh yeah, you should be getting booked more than you are. I'm like, I don't get booked like ever. Like I have more luck getting shows out of state than I do in state.
How many shows have you done out of state?
Actually funny.
Huh?
And you're probably actually funny. like that means
Maybe,
Applicable
or they're
to
just
more
or,
than Boise.
or they're just black people trying to boost on their black person's ego, but like at the same
But
time,
even then, you need that.
yeah.
Like, when I tell you there's none of that in Cleveland, unless you like hang out with these people at like 3 o'clock in the morning every day. Like, I'm like, y'all don't have jobs?
Yeah.
Y'all don't have day. I'm a teacher. I got work at 9. You know, like,
What job? What do you teach that you have to do at 9? I have to be there at
I mean,
6:30.
okay. I'm a theater teacher.
Oh,
So I can
okay,
show
so the kids
up.
are like sleeping with each other
My
in the
kids don't have to
bathroom.
actually learn anything. Okay. I can literally I put on Shrek the musical for a week.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I teach special needs. I do the same fucking thing.
That was stupid. That was funny. I do the same thing. I teach special needs. Me too. Like,
Nice.
I teach special needs too. That's why we do theater. Oh, shit.
Oh, I was gonna say. Well, I think so. For one, I guess if someone tells you that it's like you should be getting booked at whatever this show, that show, awesome. But I think with comedy, it is also a thing where like you need to want to be getting better as much as other people want you to be getting better. And so I
sure.
feel like if you're if you think you're progressing in comedy, then they're probably not talking out of their ass.
No, I think that they are telling the truth, especially if they're like, the older. I mean, I don't know how long Reese and LJ have been doing it for, but
I think Reese has been doing it before COVID.
okay, yeah. Like I would trust the old heads. I'll call them. You know, they're not really old, but you know, like they're the wisdom heads.
Yeah.
I would trust them before I trust like that's like if I'm like, hey, bro, you should be getting booked more. Like you can trust me, but also like take my words with a grain of salt because I might also think that the first timer deserves to get booked more, you know?
Well, that's how I felt last night with Jay Light. Because, like, after my set, Jay Light was like, the joke that you finished on is a fucking amazing joke.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking DDing for women, he's like, that's a great joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, that actually made me so happy. I was like, wow, someone with a fucking, like, 12K followers. Like, I know it's not, like, a
Jay
lot
was
compared
like,
to other
if you go to
followers, but that's still
LA,
good.
dude, he was like, hit me up. I'll help you out. And I was like, why can't Cleveland? That's why I like being out here because I'm like, y'all are so
Overly friendly.
over, and then but it's like it's so refreshing
It's like
because
true or false. It's like
because in Cleveland, they would not.
Some people are like fake nice, you know.
No, when I
So
tell
true.
you, if you guys go to Cleveland, I'll show you. Like they will literally be like, "What's your Instagram follow?" And they won't even ask you that. They'll just look you up before they even meet you.
Well, the thing is, I don't have a bad Instagram
Some
following
people
just because I'm
just
good at
numbers.
athletics. So my numbers are like all right just
Yeah.
because of athletics, but it's like not comedy fully related.
Well, yeah, my Instagrams, you know, I've been growing it since I was a child doing fucking theater, and it has like a decent amount of followers, but it's like these are also like thousands of people that I actually know that I can message at any point, and they'll be like, "You remember that one time?" Like, I don't have like thousands of followers, but it's like that numbers game. Like, there's people who got like 1 million views on one joke. And then it's like they get opportunities, which is great. Like I'm never gonna knock somebody's.
That's like their one show.
But that's like, and like when I tell you in
I mean, we have
Cleveland,
someone like that right now.
oh really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, there's someone, but there's like people in Cleveland who like get that success, which is great. But then like when they go up there, their personality is like slutty this or ABC that, and it's not like, and that's why I go back to like caring for them. You don't actually care because they're not breaking down like in my life I do this, you know, or in my life I'm this person. I'm not saying you got to do it like it's a Netflix special, but in this day and age, like if you get on stage, you should want people to be like, I fucking care about you. I fucking think you're funny. And I think that's why it's been so nice to be here. And I tell my jokes and people are like, wow, good job, man. Like, that's great. But in Cleveland, they're like, nice. All right.
I think a lot of it has to do with also trying to grow the scene here because like we don't really have much like going on here. Like it seems like there's a lot, but like if you like snowboarding, you're fucking sold here. Like snowboarding is like the biggest thing we have here. So like anything that's different from
Y'all
that
get
is
snow
like
here?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. We get like
Oh, shit.
like Bogus Basin is like a very big like resort for like most people who like
Is there snow there
snowboarding.
now, or is it obviously like closed? And,
but there's
Closed.
still
but like
some
around the
snow
winter
there.
time, it starts to like,
Yeah.
you get a lot of snow here, or is it
Well,
like,
like my freshman
more
year,
up
there was a
north,
thing called
but yeah.
Snowmageddon, where like it made like school like closed for like 2 weeks.
wow.
Well, that
wow.
Yeah, that was Boise got a ton of snow that year, but I grew up in McCall.
Oh, and that's just normal.
Well, it was. I remember there'd be days where it would snow like 3 or 4 feet overnight, and we would still have to go to school. But then you hear Boise got frost on the street. And they're like, shut down. The
It's like, what the fuck, code red?
Yeah, and we're like, what? Like, our streets aren't plowed. We have to take a snowmobile to school. And, like,
Yeah.
you
And
guys
Boise's
get,
like, oh,
it's so
no.
cold.
Woo!
Well, like here's like the problem with it. Like it's not.
There's no one can drive.
Well, it's because like in McCall, you get you like actual snow, but Boise, because it's not like as high of elevation,
Yeah.
it'll get snow, but it'll melt down a little bit and then freeze over. So then the roads are just icy. So then it's like it's not like it's a shit ton of snow. It's like the roads are literally an ice rink and no one knows how to drive here.
In them Boise streets, I ain't gonna fake. The way I be whipping, I'll be like, I will flip this car if I keep driving like this. It's crazy.
We have so many people that think like having a car with 4-wheel drive like means you'll drive better. Like they think
Yeah.
that like if you put your car in 4-wheel drive, like you can drive the same as you do on the pavement. And
I
you're
do.
totally
What do you
fine.
mean?
Ice is ice.
Stop.
Please
I'm
stop.
from Vegas. I'm from Vegas. It's the same thing. There's no snow there.
You were
Oh,
wrong.
Vegas. Are we close to Vegas?
fair.
Yeah,
It's a
we're
half day
Nevada's
drive.
above us. Like
Oh.
it's like an 18-hour drive to Vegas.
Wait, what, 18?
I thought it was like 9.
Yeah, roughly.
It's less than that. It's like, yeah, it's like
Is
less
it?
than 10.
It might be.
My
haven't
brother
driven that since I was a kid, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I have a lot of family in it. I was gonna say I make the drive in like half a day.
I know it took like maybe
$60 flight there. Like,
Yeah, well, I know. I drove to Reno for a wrestling tournament.
It was
At
9
the
hours.
top of Nevada.
It was 9 hours to get to Vegas from here.
Yeah.
9 sounds right.
Reno's at the top of Nevada, so like Vegas being at the bottom, I assumed it was just kind of double the time Reno was. But at the same time, I probably slept most of the time I was driving to Reno, so I don't really know how much time actually passed.
Yeah.
If you bicycle,
How far is that? Or how long?
Actually,
always
I
loved
do
doing
remember
this.
biking to Vegas from Boise, Idaho.
When you were a kid?
Yeah.
I do.
It was
I
like
do
my
love
it was
this
my
shit.
Oregon Trail. It was my I lost my sibling to the dysentery virus.
This is Terry going to Vegas.
If you walk from right
I
now,
went to Vegas and all I got was dysentery.
it was a great
and
trip.
robbed, but like
And Rob, but it was a
that's
great trip.
expansion in Vegas, not dysentery.
What happens in Vegas stays in my colon.
It is six. It is
Out of my colon.
600.
Out of dysentery.
Yeah.
It is 698 miles to walk.
Easy.
How far is it to drive?
To drive
Same
is
miles.
Oh, my bad.
625 miles.
Yeah, see?
It's different.
So it's only like a couple.
Is
Well,
it you can cut through fucking just
so
dirt
you lose.
paths?
You lose
You
like
can just straight line it when
you
walk.
lose like
true.
what, like
Cut through backyards and
70 miles.
that's pretty much the same.
It's
Only
pretty much
70
the same.
miles between walking and driving.
And driving, yeah.
That doesn't sound bad.
Is there like a
But
trail
it's a
that you
two.
gotta
But
take?
here's the thing:
There will be.
you can get there driving. You can get
Good
there
enough to-
driving in 9 hours. You can
Yeah.
get there walking in 2 days and 15 hours.
Walking Venus.
So about 3 days. You can get there in like 3 days.
That's not bad. Bring a tent. Wait, is it
a
include like
tent.
sleeping and stuff, or is it just if you
No.
just nonstop?
I'm pretty sure
walk?
Google Maps doesn't count you sleeping. I'm like, it's like you have to add a stop. It won't count you sleeping unless you
okay.
add a stop.
So if it says 3 days, think of it like 5 probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Assuming 1 or 2 of the days is really pushing.
not really pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lock in and you're like, okay, I'm going for this walk. And it's like Forrest Gump in it, like where he ran for like.
And I ran for Jenna.
I've actually never seen Forrest Gump. I just know.
It's a great fucking movie.
I think it's funnier if I don't watch Forrest Gump.
Honestly, like I feel like
Forrest Gump's a comedy.
Well, no.
Starring Adam Sandler.
Because my name is Rainforest, I think it's funny for me not to watch Forrest Gump.
Rain, Forrest, rain.
But I've heard so many things about Forrest Gump that I could almost like tell you what's going on in the movie without
what do you?
watching
How
it.
do you think it goes?
So I think it goes where like Forrest Gump has.
My bad.
Oh, it's your phone. Okay.
It's my
I was
phone.
like,
I kept seeing you moving closer and closer to
I was
you.
thinking it was my phone.
And
I was gonna take your
let
shit.
me move my phone away from you.
Take your shit. So I think the way Forrest Gump goes, it starts off where like Forrest is like kind of describing his early stages of life, and then it goes into where like Forrest finally gets like looked at and like, okay, I'm an athlete, right? Because all I know is through memes. So then Forrest gets looked at in for football, and he fucking makes an awesome left turn and then runs out of the stadium, right? But then from there,
happened.
it like leads into where he gets like a love interest or some shit. But then goes into, then goes into the military. Where into the military, he wasn't really cut out for the military, but is good at table tennis for some fucking reason.
You're low key
very
accurately
close.
getting this movie down.
This is all memes. I have never seen this
but
movie.
it's-
I summarized. I probably would have said something like that.
Honestly, I seen the movie. I probably wouldn't even get as accurate as you are right now. That's the sad
I
one.
wouldn't have even mentioned the football part.
No, me neither. Like you reminded me that's in the movie, and I was like, oh shit.
So then other things I've seen from just memes alone, you have like maybe where he's like in combat war, but then kind of like stresses out a little bit. But then leads where he gets like back home, gets a love interest, and he's like, for some like the first time in the movie where he's like somewhat sentient, he's like, is the kid gonna be like me? Where he like realizes his disability, but then like is like this old dude. Like he has like this old dude, but still looks like young Tom Hanks for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan.
Actually, quick story about that. On Halloween, like a year or two ago.
I'm so scared. Did you pose as an autistic kid or what?
No.
You know the Special Olympic videos we're watching?
No, on Halloween like 2 years ago, there was a dude.
Bring that up.
But there was a dude in a wheelchair.
Ruining everything for our image.
Well, there was a dude in a wheelchair.
I know the editing's gonna come in heavy right around
This is gonna be the most edited
The
episode
last
you probably
hour
had.
is gonna take some work.
But like
there editing, and let me help you.
there was a dude in a wheelchair on Halloween with a Hawaiian shirt on, and I screamed out, "Lieutenant Dan!" And he turned around with no legs. He was like, I swear to God, he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, but also, why the fuck did you show up on Halloween in a Hawaiian shirt and in a wheelchair?" He goes, "I should kick your fucking ass." And I was like, and I was like,
you understand.
and I was like, "You should stand up and do it then, okay?" Because like, I was like, if you're feeling froggy, then take a leave, okay?
I don't.
Because like to even say that, like I should kick your fucking ass, is crazy.
I think I know how to save us. We watched the most remarkable people ever compete in sports that they just destroyed in.
Love on the Spectrum.
No, we didn't watch Love on the Spectrum together. This is while we were waiting for you to respond back. We were watching like people with like lacking limbs compete in sports. And these are remarkable people. Like they were doing awesome. We were jealous. That
Unlike
we, like,
us, phalanges dependent folks.
we literally watched a person like destroy a race, like Michael Phelps distance. No arms, no legs.
Like a 10-second lead.
We also watched. There's this black dude who has no legs, but he like won state in Texas.
2 arms.
Yeah, he has 2 arms. Destroyed a guy in fucking MMA, and
So
he
like,
won.
did they compete against able-bodied people?
The
and
second
compare?
guy did.
The second guy did. The first people
This
did
guy
not.
was like, "We're all in this together."
Well, it wasn't. The first one, I don't know how we keep this safe with our eyes.
Yeah, the first one we'd have to look at the like fine print on
The
everybody.
replay.
But I
Put on
think
the replay, everybody.
there was they all had something special about them that
Yeah.
made it to where they were competing
Yeah.
in there, but like it was interesting to see like you take everything away and he dominated everyone else who had at least
this
something.
guy was specifically special. Like he
No
really-
arms, no legs. First in the lead.
Yeah.
Like the 2 people behind him had arms. Still. First, and like he was like
this guy had
distance
none.
away. Distance
He was
away.
like, "I'm winning."
No, like it was such a lead.
He was black, so like maybe
Well,
like the 2 people behind
but it
him
was
were white.
swimming.
You know what? Which we can't do.
No.
My white coworkers were like, "You want to go to the river?"
Sorry.
I was like,
Code
"I
switch
will."
for a second.
You did code switch.
Switch for the
You did.
I think I just got
That was not
racist.
He was,
code switching.
because he was
You
like,
just stayed
no,
on
no,
your race.
No,
It
no,
wasn't
no.
code switching.
He was
You-
like, and he was black.
No,
Water.
you, I said the swimming part.
Oh. I'm sorry. I summarized.
You said the accurate. I said the racist thing. The
Yeah,
stereotypically. Yeah, okay. It wasn't a good look
Oh, it's
either
gonna-
way.
No.
This episode is gonna be
fact of-
canceled. This episode's gonna be like,
I'll say
"Hi,
it-
my name is
it'll be
Dar'jon
fine.
Bentley." End of episode.
Yeah, I might
You
have
know,
to.
everything we talked about Final Destination will be fine.
Well,
It's-
The political
oh, yeah.
talk is chill because everyone loves black people talking
Yeah,
about political things.
topics will be fine.
Because like
It's literally the last 45 minutes. I'm gonna have to ask for your guy. Like, what do you guys think about
Or you
this
can just
song?
you can just bleep.
great, I think it'll be great.
You just bleep out like names and shit.
I realistically think you could title the podcast "Fucking Dar'jon and Max talking while Rain plays Pokemon."
No,
How's that
literally.
going? How
It's
are
going great. I'm
Where's
having
the
such a
bathroom
fun time. If you go down the hall to your left, it's the first door on the left.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be
and then-
great.
I did think because you have the fucking like pull-up bar that when I went to close the door, I thought you like put your hand there to stop me. I was like, "Yo, Max,
I have to take this down.
no, we're not gonna walk over there."
yeah,
Not yet, but
we're not.
like,
Yeah,
like I did think that when I went to close the door, I was like, "Why is Max pushing on the door?" And I didn't see the pull-up bar. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." It's not. I imagine Max
doing there,
also
bud?
did the same thing.
keep the door. We have an open door policy.
Open door policy. We want to see what you're taking from the bathroom.
I want to hear it.
I like hearing the waterfall. It helps me sleep. I walk in, all the lights are off.
like white
You're just
noise.
tuckered out. You're like, why are you in my house still? Why are you in my house still?
You're hydrated. You should be proud of that.
I didn't say you could stop peeing. Go back to work. Go back.
You don't dismount.
Don't dismount. It's crazy.
But how's the Pokemon? I don't. What
Good.
have you done so far?
I've beaten the first gym leader. I've grinded up Pokemon because I'm doing it as a Nuzlocke, which essentially Nuzlocks are when you play the game, you can only catch the first Pokemon in your route, as well as if your Pokemon dies, they're dead for the rest of the game after you've gotten Pokeballs. And in Pokemon Emerald, it takes a while for you to get the fucking first Pokeballs. Yeah. So when I finally got them is when it finally starts. So I saved there. So I haven't killed any of my Pokemon yet.
That's good.
Which is nice. Oh, I already grabbed this item. Okay.
Wait, but, so are you like playing whatever game Samson just had running on that thing?
Yeah, it's Pokemon Emerald.
Well, no,
it's the third generation.
But like, I know that aren't there like it's like a new game or like a game that was already being played?
There was no game already being played. It was
so you're just
it was a completely new save.
Gotcha.
I was so excited to look at what Pokemon had in here, but it was nothing. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'm starting from scratch, which I'm all for.
Gotcha.
Because like third generation is like the most popular one from everybody, just because of like. It has enough Pokemon where it's like newer. Mm-hmm. It's not like repeat from like the second game. If you play Crystal regularly, it's like, okay, there's like maybe 6-10 Pokemon that are added to this game versus like Emerald like Hoenn, the third generation added so much. So it's like,
how
okay,
are the
cool.
two theater nerds being like, you fucking
nerd, nerd, you're a fucking nerd and no one likes you.
Well, everyone loves me, dude.
Everyone loves you, Rain. I was very intimidated by you when I first met you because you didn't have your glasses on.
Oh.
You're not gonna
there is a difference.
You
There's
look like a nigga.
Very hypercritical about things. You've commented on how I've high-fived people before.
That is
like,
true.
You're like, I saw your thumb wrap around her hand, you fucking creep.
When I fucking first met Rain, no glasses, stressed out at work, he goes, yeah, who are you? I was like, hi, I'm Dar'jon. I'm new. I'm another black. Nice to meet you. And he's like, okay, here's my number. Yeah, I'm a comedian.
I was like, our interactions are very different. I feel
like the day we met afterwards,
you were talking to my former white coworker who fucking knows everybody for some reason. And then she's like, oh, Rain, do you know fucking like open mics here? I'm like, oh, absolutely. I feel like I was more friendly. But I think because of my like big posture, everyone thinks I'm intimidating.
Well, you were stressed out from work too. I would guess because you were just like, yeah, I'll be right back. And then you just like left, and I was like,
that was Mother's Day. It was fucking Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day. Mother's Day is the worst day for anyone working in the service industry.
Yeah. So I was like not tripping about it, but then like literally at Voodoo, you show up and you were like, sup, bro? Glasses on. I was like, who the fuck is this?
There is a different demeanor. There is like you have glasses. you have glasses. Me, who's like, oh, this guy's like pretty trustworthy, right? He'll probably talk to you about like fucking weird anime shit. And then you have this one's like, what's up?
That's the one I met. That even now, that's the one I met.
What's the
all black,
like Jekyll and Hyde?
I wish you saw. I plan on getting my braids done this week, and it's different.
Oh,
like braids on glasses, stoner. Like you, like, okay, this guy like gets high on the daily. Without it, it's like this guy fucking slams puss.
See, that's another thing. They got to get that fixed here.
A little bit.
The puss.
So here's the issue that pisses me off so much.
I'm kidding.
I want to learn.
I have done like tests. Like this has been like a 2-year process that I've done. This is a 2-year process where I've done tests. So with braids, without glasses, I get the most tips. Then after that is curls without glasses, then braids with glasses, and then fucking. Like, it's a whole process. Essentially, it's
this
saying...
man got Iron Man suits for the different blacks that he had.
Well, no.
He's like, today's going to be the mark the nigga ate. Jarvis.
Glasses, braids.
Well,
it's like the scanners.
So I've done tests for this just to see how much more I get tips for. Wife beater.
You're like a GTA character customizer.
See, I didn't play a lot of GTA, but I played a lot of World of Warcraft.
DeMarcus, Rain, Forrest, Marcus. There we go.
No, but like I've done like tests on it, and essentially like if I look the most normal I do, so braids with glasses, curls with glasses is the least amount I get tips. So the more I look like myself, the problematic of my tips are, the more I do like I put contacts
the blacker
in.
You are, the more tips you get.
I put contacts in, I put braids in. They're like, oh, we want to give him tips. He looks way more appealing to us to give tips to. I was like, what? Versus like, this man looks like he's gonna spend it on fucking Pokemon titties.
They'd be like, give Ice Cube another tip. What do you gotta say about that, white man?
I'm thinking, like, does it do anything if you like up how like flamboyant you look or anything like, or is it just
I've
kind of?
noticed-
I think the most flamboyant I can do about me is my voice.
Your voice.
Same.
Okay.
Well, I have a very soft-spoken voice for a black dude. Like, I know I'm like light-skinned, so my voice is very like white altered.
Same.
But,
Because
like,
a lot of you're changing a lot of the.
Your voice is not white altered. I promise you.
Oh, I meant like I was
Inflections.
agreeing with you in inflections. Though.
Oh,
Not the
okay,
white
okay. I
folks.
thought,
Like
I thought you were like trying to relate with me. I was like, no,
I can
you
relate
have
on,
like,
You're not like him at all.
They're
not like us.
They're not like us.
we fucking interview very well. Like if you called us up on the phone, they'd be like, wow, this sounds like a really respectable gentleman. Nope. This sounds like the customer will never be right. This customer will
Listen.
What do you mean, us people?
You people. Okay. No, I mean I think I'm the same
even
way in
talking
terms
about?
of like I'm pretty genuine with like who I am and how I talk.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I perform, there is that inflection of like, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hi bitches. You know, like
Yeah, you do sound more like
well because
out there on stage.
well the thing is like I
You gotta
It's-
read the audience.
it's the audience, you know,
The
like
audience
Voodoo
is usually
Seller.
women. He finds, from what I've noticed of the sets I've seen him do, he'll do his sets, look for a fucking white woman. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you tonight. Then talk to them and not succeed. I don't know. News media people here love trying to get the juicy scoop. Like I have a joke about it with my name.
Really?
Well, like one of my jokes is literally like, because I like talk about if I have too many children with last name being Forrest, that if, like my mom burns the turkey because she's white, the house catches on fire, and then in the news article they like go Forest fire, fucking
Forest
South Boise, right? I'm like, it's a
Rain,
good news
forest,
headline.
fire,
A family
Boise.
tree caught on fire.
Family tree. That's crazy.
Like I have a joke about that because I've seen some news headline in Boise where I'm like, that's insane. Why?
For calling me out like that? Because I don't mean to do it. I really don't. Like I get up
All
there.
right, now wait, what if you don't mean to do it? It's fine, but
I think I'm allowed
Forbid.
to.
I say
Heaven
one thing
forbid.
about Rosa
I am a
Parks.
little whoopsie
I look
daisy.
bad. Did you hear that Rosa Parks' fucking husband had a car?
no. Of course, I didn't hear that.
I need to look more into it to see if
Max,
it's true.
did you know about this? No, I didn't.
I saw a thing. I need to look more into it if it's true. But I saw a thing where it was like
Our
Rosa Parks'
pages are
husband,
very different.
where Rosa Parks' husband had a car, and then that changed the whole dynamic
Now,
of
I
why the
wonder-
fuck she was on the bus.
I wonder when you saw this.
It does.
No, I wonder when you saw this. Was
Right.
it, no, no,
Think
no,
about
no.
it. If her husband had a bus,
Did the car work? Like, did it? Was it parked in the front lawn or in a driveway?
No, wait, this is the real question.
Where
when you
was
saw
the
this
car?
information, was there a chat GBT video of Rosa Parks in the
no,
car?
there was no video.
How'd her
No,
hands look?
there was no video. It was so.
How many fingers did she have?
3 fingers? Yeah, it's real.
No. It was just like a still photo of her in the back.
Fuck.
You find any way to address this as 3/5, don't you?
You said 3 fingers, and we.
That was so funny though at that show when you said that.
I mean, I tried. Yeah, the math
For
worked
context, before it looks like Max is a really bad person for just
Yeah.
calling
out.
us
No, he
that.
just has some good jokes. I'll stand by.
I'll stand by my racist shit.
We were trying to think of it because like it was announced during the show where fucking Jared was just like, white is right in Idaho. I was like, we're gonna lose because like we're a red state, white is like
Yeah.
everywhere. And then like, okay, what's the team name for the black and one like 2 blacks and 1 white dude, right? And then Max is like the 3/5 compromise, which mean like Dar'jon looked at each other like that's fucking good.
That's hilarious.
That's fucking good.
The white kid was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, that was Landon the entire time.
Landon was just like, what?
Pushing. But,
Landon definitely was at that show.
Yes.
Landon stood up and said, "Huh." No, I was
Landon
like,
got
what?
on his fucking knees.
He did. It started bowing to us. Landon got on his knees and started bowing to us. Like, get the fuck
When I
off.
tell
We
you
still
this
lose.
show- that
They
might
can
have
change
cut
their mind.
I'll have to ask Landon about this now.
No,
That-
Landon got on his knees in front of black people. That's all you need to put. That's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, so this
alright.
fucking
But he's
comic in
new. Give him a
Boise got on
second.
his knees and was like,
It was funny for sure. Like,
That show, I mean, I don't know if it was like, I was told it was like one of the funniest shows they've had.
I think everybody had a few moments in that where we were like, everyone shined. In
Yeah.
that show. I think
Like the fucking Chris
everyone had
Hansen.
bangers in that.
Chris
When
Hansen.
you guys
I
all
wish
got up,
the
like,
Game Boy
wish-
died. I'm done playing Pokemon.
Now,
wait.
how will you talk to us now?
So I don't know, dude. I need to find something else to fucking stim over.
Restack these. Oh no.
Well, when I started playing, it instantly went on red. So I've been playing on like a nearly dead battery. Like, you'll see.
I was supposed to wrap this up literally an hour ago, but
Well, I was keeping
just
track
had
of the
so much
time.
fun.
I know how long your podcasts
Listen,
go,
you
and I'm
can
like,
have two-parters.
we've had a few 2-hour but
Oh, really?
but we've also had some 2-part. I might split this up.
Well,
Because
what I
also
like-
then it could give me a week off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I
It
like
saves
about
me
this
some
is that, like, the week Samson's gone, it's like, you had 2 black people on the stage. Well, realistically, you had 1 black person in rain.
Well,
Take off your glasses. Wait.
Yeah, you had
Now you
1
had
black
2
person
black.
in
No,
rain.
now you had 2 black
Yeah,
people.
you had 2 black people on. You didn't
now
have
you're,
me.
you're a lower octave now. Now I gotta fucking listen.
Yeah, brother. So as I was saying, Dar'jon like the white women.
Okay, so we all code switch a little bit.
A little bit. That's the
Black
point.
people code switch
Can you
all the
just
time.
call it? Can you please call this episode code switching?
I'm gonna. It's gonna
call
be
it what you
acknowledged.
call it.
Virtue
Virtue
signaling.
switching will be so
Pretty good
funny.
virtue. No, I think I called it virtue signaling, but then
Signaling.
we switched it we called it virtue switching, and I think that is a new thing that is we should
It's
maybe
our thing.
explore. I think that was a new term that is I've never heard of virtue switching before, and
Virtue switching sounds like a sexual thing.
Yeah.
Virtue switching.
I'm still mad that you called me out for my set, bro. Like that's so because like it just
Are we gonna make eye contact and be like, what? I'm not fucking gay, bro.
not fucking
Actually,
gay,
my bad.
bro.
I'm not fucking gay, bro.
All right, brother, don't say no gay shit, bro. Oh, that's just you. Okay.
When you did that joke yesterday, I literally thought about being like taking off my glasses and be like, yeah, he was talking to me.
Dude, if you would have, we would
I
have
thought about
a
it.
whole another 10 minutes.
Well, you got 3 minutes on the stage if you're a local comic. Like Tanya will kick you off.
Yeah, I mean, thank God she
but if you're
because I really
like
did
out
not
of
see that
town
light.
and doing well, like you could have done an hour.
Well, like I walked up to her and she was like, I was like, hey, so how long do you get? And she was like, Nick, was that Nick, the dude who got before
the
me.
name, not okay.
No,
I was like, Tanya, there's no way you said that.
She was like, Nick, sit your ass down. Who was the guy that went before me? The LA dude.
that was
Nick,
Light.
right?
No, Light.
Light.
Last name Light. Jay Light.
Jay.
So
Jay
Jay-
Light did 10 minutes, and that was
Yeah.
awesome. That was an awesome
So-
10 minutes to see. Because I already knew who he was before the show.
Oh, okay.
Because I was watching him, like, because we, like, the communion bucket, like, you know, the tip bucket for
Yeah.
the show host came by, and they handed it to me. I'm like, oh, I'm a comic. And then Jay looked at me, he's like, so am I. I'm like, why does he look so fucking familiar?
Yeah.
And then, like, I like went to look at the list and saw him. I was like, wait, he's fucking doing an
Jay-
open mic tonight? Hell yeah.
What is he here for?
I think I even noticed him at the mic. This was yesterday?
This was
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's
Yeah,
yesterday.
he was
He was
there.
on the far right, like near the curtain, but like in the.
He
like,
also dipped
stage
like
area.
right after his set too.
I
Kinda like
probably-
he stayed.
I know I was
He stayed for a
talking
little
Oh,
bit.
really?
people.
He stayed until single serving Steve. Single serving
Okay.
Steve went up and then he went. So like
Okay.
he stayed until the last comic because
Okay,
like
gotcha.
Jake Myers was the last comic yesterday,
Okay.
and he didn't see his set.
I'm
so-
still not part of the group.
Yeah.
That
I
all on
was probably
Facebook?
chatting with someone when that was happening or whatever. First of all, I guess thank you for coming here. I
Yeah, of
don't know
course.
if I'm racist or not for the whole code switching thing, but I think we might have found a motif, at least.
virtue switching.
Virtue switching. Virtue
The new-
switching.
This will be called pretty good virtue switching with
Please.
With Rain playing
with
Pokemon.
Rainforest and Dar'jon Bentley.
I want to have
And-
blacker names.
You guys have pretty.
My name you can't Google, so
My name, yeah, you Google me, motherfucker, you gonna find me.
you won't find me.
I have to Google myself. You
You won't find me.
bunch of photos, but there's one black guy in the middle.
No, there won't be. I literally have a joke about that where it's like, fucking, oh, we found you one. It's like, no, that was Emmett Till you saw.
So my name's Dar'jon.
But here, how about we're done? Plug a thing. I guess. Did you have any comments on my?
No,
notes
you said
for
not
Brett?
to talk about it, so I won't.
All right, plug a thing, and then yeah, we're done.
Well, go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Follow me at rain__fall, I guess, to find more if you want to see me on shows.
Yeah, I'm with the Idaho Shakespeare Festival. Check us out. We're doing 12th night, playing Sir Toby. I'll be back in September to do Peter and Starcatcher. I'll be playing a pirate named Alf. Follow me at IamDarjonBentley.
Double mic. Triple mic.
Sounds like your Saturday night.